What? Hello, everyone. Hello, Avalon. Hello, Jadowski. Hello, Fox. Um, I'm gonna put all the audio on. So I just started and I just went. Everybody can hear you guys. So if you can't just. Oh wait, no, they can't. There we go. Now they can hear you. But yeah.
Oh, well, time for me to stay silent then.
No. You can't. You now have to talk. The fuck is that noise? I don't worry about that, Fox. It's just I'm late. No, I'm not. I'm right on time. So
What are you, a wizard?
okay,
You
now
always show up exactly when you mean to.
Shut. Also, I might have to. Why?
I have to get all of my stuff started up. So like, I just got back.
I know you went to go do things. Hold on, Fugi's not in the place that needs to be. There we go. I had to move y'all last time. Now y'all are in position. So yeah, I guess I get to talk to chat. Then roll piss color. Fuck you, Fox. I'm a swamp smurf. Shut up.
A swerve.
No, that sounds bad.
Sounds like a Smurf that's exclusive of other Smurfs.
Let's see. Oh. Oh, well.
Look, everything.
You know what? You're right. It is kind of bad. Here, go ahead and find out what swerve
It's
means.
a sex worker, exclusionary, radical feminist.
Damn.
That is pretty awful. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you a swerve.
No, I kind of realized partway through. I'm like, yeah, wait. I'm pretty sure that is a thing. That is an actual thing. Hello, Ticonderoga.
Yeah, I'm kind of sorry for saying that. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry.
Lamau. I was surprised I made you laugh that hard.
It's okay. I'll be the swerve.
You'll be the
Lamau.
No, I couldn't.
Lulu's,
This joke is
Lulu's
this joke
out here
is no
putting
longer...
us down. Damn.
We're not. We're gonna move on from that joke. It's a bad joke. Okay, 1 second.
Boom, 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 boom.
Okay, I got my thing ready.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Do I want to change? No, I'm not going to change the title. It's just Pesterquest. I don't care that much about changing the title. Start streaming. And now I
oh wow.
open this. Here we go.
You open something.
Yeah.
I still never figured out how to record Discord, so I'm not gonna bother streaming anymore. At
What?
least not this.
All right.
Well,
you know how I record Discord?
How?
Desktop audio.
Motherfucker, I'm so stupid.
See,
I guess there's always next time.
See, I have other things that are separate and work, and yeah, I can mute y'all, and then then again it wouldn't, you wouldn't hear anything. They wouldn't hear you. They wouldn't hear the game. They wouldn't have heard that noise that is used to mean that. Let me make sure. There we go. Wait, hold on. No. Full screen. There we go.
You know what? Hey, Xavier. Never mind. I'll propose this to you later.
Ominous.
Yeah.
You're ominous.
You're goddamn right.
I enjoyed the 12 frames per second that you're getting off of Pesterquest.
Hold on, I'm trying to fix something. I fucked something up.
It's because she's tabbed out, Lamau.
Yeah, I know. Oh god, that fucked up on my end as well.
Rest in piss.
Everybody's seeing the window fuck around, and then I'm seeing things blinking. Thank God that doesn't come into the recording.
You don't want anything to come into your recordings, Xaver.
Come.
Yeah, things come in my writing. That's the different thing.
Hold on. Let me.
Ah!
Oh, there goes my cursor. Can't see where I'm pointing.
Ow!
There we go.
I can't believe it. It's all just breaking down in real time.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. So I think we're on Dave.
No, we did Dave and Jade on Sunday.
Shit, that's right. I was missing.
You didn't show up on Sunday.
I could not, alas.
So you missed Dave. How could you? What's wrong with you?
I mean,
How could you do that?
there's still the rest of the very cool cast to get through.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like Carcat?
I'm gonna let you you two do the voice work for this one. I
Confident that your new friends are safely sleeping off a rowdy night full of snacks, video games, and taxidermy, you turn your thoughts to dreams. Jade's dreams. That fascinating shiny place that feels familiar the way a dream does. Prospect feels like the place you should be right now. You've got a brand new Zap Sense and it hasn't failed you so far. It's allowed you to prevent several emotionally volatile teens in precarious home situations. These powers won't let you down.
Can we turn the music down a bit?
Huh?
You can kind of do that on your own. Just put the little thing.
Alright, shit.
For some reason, the game isn't showing up on my screen. My stream. Oh, there it is.
Ah. So you zap to the dream world. Ah. Would. Turns out you can fly here. Rad! You drift around a little bit, admiring the glittering towers, waving lazily to all the various dream NPCs, until you come upon a dome with an open window. Inside, a troll boy with nubby horns and a silly outfit lies curled up in his dream bed, sleeping soundly.
In his dreams.
Dream car cat.
Aw, he looks so peaceful. You imagine this is a very peaceful troll boy. Perhaps this should strike you as strange that you immediately know what this alien's race is. But nah, you don't have time for that. Abruptly, the void vanishes. Oh shit! You follow him without hesitation. Zap. Luckily, your powers seem to originate seem oriented to specific people rather than places. You figure it's because of this is a kid. Fuck off. Rather, you figure it's because this is a character-driven narrative. You find yourself in a dim respite block. There's a bookshelf and a desk. Respite block. Fine. There's a bookshelf and a desk and clothes hung up on the pegs of the wall. But instead of a bed, there's a small tub of green goo.
What? The fuck?
A gravelly voice, tinged with mania, crashes over you in a furious wave. You reel back from the onslaught.
You heard him. More gravel.
Every morning I wake. God damn! I gotta like get
Not deeper. More gravel. Just more of this. But not deeper. Not deeper. You're going deeper.
Every morning I wake up to another glorious night of
of the universe, applying its globes directly to my face in the most hilarious and juvenile way possible. I'm used to this, okay? I'm not saying this is anything new. But this is just next fucking level.
Your eyes finally adjust enough to see the same troll boy from the dream world. He appears to have fallen asleep at his hutstop. Some crumbs are stuck to his face where it has been pressed to the desk. He got a zodiac symbol on his shirt, whichever one is a sideways 69. Nice. And man, he is angry, like way angrier than a normal person.
I say in this crumbling excuse for a hive, rig this place with early warning systems. And what's my reward? A deformed blue blood teleporting into my respite block like a fucking...
A fucking what?
You zap out of there because, damn, you don't know what kind of early warning system he has, but whatever predators it's meant to keep away, all you have to do is shout at them. You appear on a nearby hill about 100 yards away from the hive. From the outside, it's large and leaning with square windows and an unnecessary number of balconies. Although, who are you to say what is necessary? Maybe this dude really likes balconies. He probably could use the fresh air. Or could probably use, fuck it. A couple of similarly large lopsided hives scatter the skylines. Hives. You're unsure how you know they're called that, but it feels right. Maybe because they're organic, insectile architecture, like they were grown instead of built. You clearly aren't on Earth anymore. The sky is black and the bushes are purple, and there's 2 moons. Neither of them is your gold moon, though. You think maybe you should freak out by this strange alien land, but nah. You're a seasoned adventurer by now. Besides, you like it here. It's comfortable. This is a pretty good hill. You sit for a while thinking about this hill and this universe and your place on it, and the sun starts to crest over the distant horizon.
Hey! Hey! Idiot!
The troll boy is leaning out of his front door.
You're sitting on the ground waiting for sunrise, so you're either a jade blood or a moron. And I know the only jade blood who lives outside the caverns, and she's a lot better looking than you. So what the hell? Who are you? You're not a troll.
There's a substantial gap of grassy hill between the two of you, but you can hear him just fine. He has a talent for projection. You stand up and brush the dirt off your ass. He seems a bit less angry now. Okay. Wait, no, that's not what I want. I want this. Let's see. All. What do? Come to work at...
It's pull time!
Wait. There we go. You got a minute. Do you want to come fast or come slow? And hello, my other accountism. I'm not failing. The only people who are failing are you guys. Y'all are in charge of the polls and the choices that we make, in which you should be doing this right now, like voting. No. Bum 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 bum. Looks like we're coming fast. Hold on. But I shouldn't.
Come!
Yeah, we're coming fast.
Coming.
Mm-hmm.
By barely knowing.
No, you don't. You know him pretty well. No point in wasting daylight or moonlight, whatever. So you zap on over there.
Holy fuck!
A flash of gray and gleam of metal. Bright shock of pain opens up in the middle of you. The boy stares, eyes round, yellow, and shocked. Your laugh comes out wet. Why are you laughing? You don't know what else to do. You press a hand in the wound of your stomach, trying to hold the blood in with sheer willpower. You tell him you were just trying to save a little time.
What?
The boy stares down the weapon in his hand, a vicious hooked blade that he's pulled out seeming out of nowhere. A scythe? No, a sickle. This kid's a communist? Did communists actually use sickles, or did they just or were they just sickle theme? There's so many communist facts you just don't know.
Yeah, like they're all awful.
The boy continues to stare at his sickle. Then he stares at your fingers. He looks back and forth. His sickle, your fingers, his sickle, your fingers. Or more accurately, the blood on his sickle and your fingers. He's gaping at the crimson splashes like he's never seen blood before. His mouth moves, but no sound comes out. He hunches over himself like he's the one that's been gutted. You aren't sure what he does after that, because suddenly you're on your back and all you can see is the sky. Cut my life in 2 pieces. This is my last resort.
Bizarre?
I don't know.
Bezort.
Okay, gets taking your sweet time. You walk leisurely down the hill. The heat from the rising sun washes over your back, and you speed up. The sun is bad news. You just know it. You start down the hill. Light bleeds further across the horizon, and your pace gets a little less leisurely. The troll boy crosses his arms. His shoulders are rounded in a slouch. Like he spends a lot of time making himself smaller. His black painted claws are bitten down. You wave a little awkward hello.
Hello!
Like, hello, Noon Tasty. He rolls his eyes and grabs you by the arm, grips surprisingly strong. He tugs you underneath the shadowed overhang of a balcony.
Okay, asshole. What were you doing watching me in my dream like some kind of hornless, cast-posing pervert? I can't even retreat to unconsciousness anymore. Is that it? I wouldn't even slide into the nascent relief of death without an alien stalking me. Did one of my friends put you up to this? Was it Solix? Everybody's favorite pastime. Make Carcat's life even a bit more of a constant, effervescent shit show.
You tell him, Carcat, that it's not like that. You don't know anybody named Solix, and you didn't mean to be creepy. You just found him, liked how he looked, and decided to follow him home. Carcat's thick eyebrows creep upward. Okay, you know how that sounds, but you didn't really do it to be weird. You did it for friendship. You crave it, like a mineral.
Wow, very normal, Mr. Magic.
Oh, but you are magic. Okay, maybe not specifically, you specifically, you don't want to brag, but you can do some pretty magic stuff. Carcat looks incredibly dubious, even more so than Rose had, who you might have described as politely incredulous. You consider explaining to him that all the wild stuff that Jay told you about, games and destiny and such things, but you really can't imagine what any of that has to do with this grumpy alien boy. What are the chances? Of course you would, Ticonderoga, I know that. You tell him you can prove it. You can bring him to visit one of his friends. You are so awesome at bringing friends together. You can visit Solix, was it? Carcat makes a noise like a tea kettle being punched.
Hell no! That Nookbiter would self-immolate if I interrupted his coding.
You wonder if that's an euphemism. Maybe Carcat's just like scarecrows.
I don't have the energy to grubs at his freaky deformed bulges today.
Deformed bulges.
Okay, then where does he want to go? Does he have any more friends?
Just as a note, for you, Xaver.
Mm-hmm.
Since I know you're not in touch with the fandom, as it were.
Yeah.
Popular headcanon is that Solix is two dicks because he's a Gemini and he's he's got two horns and he's got this theme of double shit going on.
Okay, so like if he was a girl, would he have two pussies?
Well, remember,
if he was
they're
a
trolls.
girl,
They have both.
Oh yeah, that's true. So then he still has two pussies then.
No, there's just one. There's just one nook.
Yeah, but if he has two dicks, then he would have.
Because the bulge comes out of the nook.
Yeah.
So you don't. Two orifices wouldn't make a sense, but two shafty wafties. Now that's
I mean,
Now you're
yeah.
playing
I
hardball.
mean, okay, yeah. In nature, there is a lot of creatures with two penises, but I'm just saying. Consider it. Consider two pussies.
This is getting weird. Let's move on.
seven begonias, if you would.
no. He does not have two nooks. Just two. As Carcat says, deformed bulgi. But I think it's funny that that's just a headcanon that a lot of fans have, and then they just decide, you know what, let's just casually drop this and say and confirm, because they're in charge of the narrative now. They can just change that shit if they want to.
You didn't
Sometimes
see
it comes out good.
You didn't see his penis or penises. He could have had them. He could have always had them.
Yeah, exactly. I just like that the new writers decide. Sometimes they make good decisions. Sometimes.
Look, my other account has some wigglies in the bucket, so yeah, okay.
I wouldn't call him a friend exactly. More like an endless burden I've been cursed with by the slithering eldritch gods of outer reaches. If I didn't occasionally check up on him, he'd space out so far he'd hit hard vacuum. How do we do this?
Yeah, actually quite sure. But you don't want to backpedal.
Not quite sure.
You're actually not quite sure, but you don't want to backpedal and suggest to this cool, angry troll boy that you don't know what you're doing.
Can I just...
His hand hovers near yours.
Hold on?
You can hold hands, but you don't want to be. But you don't want to be too forward. You could also just hold him under the armpits.
Awkward. You think holding me under the armpits is less weird than holding the front stumps?
Yeah, sort of. Crockett puts an awkward hand on your elbow. Then he frowns. He pushes up your sleeve, laying 3 fingers across your bare arm. You good, dude?
Yeah. Sorry, you're just kind of warm.
Thank you. You tell Carcat that he's very warm too.
Let's just get this over with. Try to aim for just outside his hive. His hostess isn't around, and he's usually too stoned to even notice if the roof came down. But I don't want to startle him.
Cool. Here goes. You zap somewhere pitch black and immediately blunder right into Carcat.
Oh my god. Could you keep it together for a single glance nugget? Single fucking glance nugget?
You aren't in Carcat's hive anymore. You appear to be in the void. Cool.
The what? Let go of me.
You tell Carcat that he's actually the one still holding on to you. He makes an angry noise through his nostrils and releases you from his clammy grasp. He moves away from you and collides with what sounds like about 17 mobs all banging into each other and clattering to the ground.
God fucking...
Something smashes.
Slurry guzzling!
A shower of little noises like marbles over hard wood.
What even is that?
A light finally pops on above you. You appear to be in an alien broom closet with, like, alien cleaning supplies, you guess. One of the bottles just had Klin on
Wait
it.
a minute.
That's the Great Malenko.
Okay. Okay, no, never mind. I'm sorry. I almost thought
Wait, no, go back.
No.
Go back. Yeah, I didn't finish.
I'm confused.
You
I'm
interrupted
confused
me.
for a second.
One of the bottles has Klin written on it in permanent marker. You ask Karkat if he meant to transport the two of you into a closet. A bucket rattles as he kicks it. He yelps and jumps backwards onto your foot.
What the fuck? Makara, you bottom-feeding asshole! Your personal habits are almost as disgusting as your pan-running purple words. Why is your paling equipment mixed in with your strub poles? Did you figure nobody would notice? Surprise, Nook Sucker! I noticed! What in the hell?
Karkat breaks off, and after a moment, you realize why. Heavy footsteps shuffle closer. Someone has heard the absolute rumpus tantrum that Karkat's kicking up.
Oh, hey, hold up, my brother. I'm hearing something in the scrub cubby.
Why is he space western?
Because he
Some
got...
squat beast was all got itself trapped.
No, I've always done Gamzee like this.
Some squawk beats got himself trapped.
I don't fucking know. I'm just going with the most juggalo voice I can think of. Shut up.
The door opens a crack. Karkat grabs your arm again.
Oh, fuck.
A shadow looms on the wall, wild-haired and tall horns.
Oh, fuck me.
Karkat squeezes your arm so hard it hurts.
Oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck.
The door opens a little wider, and you feel wetness on your arm where Karkat's claws have drawn blood. The door creaks, and you panic. You both crash down to the floor together in Karkat's respite block. Karkat's little horns jab you in the side.
What in the fuck was that for? Why did you do that?
Because Karkat was freaking the fuck out, and you were worried the two of you were in danger? And there was some menacing asshole saying creepy stuff outside the closet door?
This is a complete mischaracterization of the scenario, and I'm totally disgusted that you'd even bring it up.
It's not mischaracterization. He was totally losing it. Look, he was clinging on to you so hard he even drew blood. You show him your clawed up arm. Karkat's reaction is immediate and overblown, which you're beginning to gather isn't out of character for him. He starts vigorously examining himself. He appears to be checking for injuries. No, you insist, he is not the one bleeding. You are. He's so covered up in jeans and sweater that you have no idea how he even get cut up in the first place. Hello, TK.
Wait, this is your blood?
Yeah? What's the big deal? Besides the fact that he was totally scratched the shit out of you, you're willing to let it slide, though. For friendship reasons. You figure this might just be the way he greets people? Honestly, it's honestly kind of fucked up. Maybe you should just leave?
Wait, what? Now you're just gonna zap the fuck out of here like nothing happened? You can't go out there. It isn't safe. Not for people like...
Karkat pulls himself warily to his feet. He's still looking at you like you're a bomb that might go off if he steps wrong. Slowly, he extends his own palm and drags a claw across it. Crimson blood beads up and drips to the floor.
It isn't safe for people like us.
Clearly something is happening here, and it's probably a really deep and effective moment. Affecting moment, but you're just not sure what you're supposed to do. You bleed, he bleeds, both of you bleed. Sweet, blood friends. You can fuck with that.
How did you get a cerulean's hoodie? Did you bag yourself a high-blooded Moirail?
Now that you have established that the two of you do indeed both have blood, Karkat...
Oops.
Whoops.
Sorry.
Have blood, Karkat appears to have warmed up to you a lot. Okay, now you can move. He even offers you something called grub juice, which you're pretty sure is just Coke, except not as sweet. It's almost a little salty. You take a tiny, polite sip and pour it into a dead plant as soon as Karkat turns his back. You tell him that you aren't sure. You tell him you aren't actually sure whether where you got this sweatshirt. You were just wearing it when you woke up. You don't really remember where that was. You just know that you were standing in front of John's house, and you were wearing this hoodie, and you knew it was important, but not why it's important. Possibly because it keeps you from being naked. You didn't realize it belonged to a cerulean, whatever that is. Karkat is looking at you because like you aren't making much sense, which is fair because you really aren't making much sense.
So you're a mutant blood with amnesia that can also teleport.
Yep. Oh, and you can time travel too.
Don't push it.
Karkat sits down at his desk and hits the spacebar on his keyboard.
What do you mean, don't push it? It's the truth.
We could probably figure out whose cast sign that is. Well, not us specifically, unless you've got some incredibly unlikely and well-honed Husktop skills.
You got no Husktop skills, honed or otherwise.
Yeah, I'm not fucking surprised. Here, just give me a second. Don't break any of my shit.
You take a glance around the room, keeping your arms behind your back as you make us absolutely sure that you don't break any of his shit. His room is surprisingly tidy for someone as scattered as Karkat, mostly just weapons and movie posters. It has the air of someone who doesn't plan to live in a place for very long. It feels temporary. Karkat is typical.
Oops. Fuck me. I did it again.
I know. It feels
I
temporary.
fat-fingered, alright? Leave me alone.
Karkat is typing furiously with his mouth pulled into a little frown. That's his default, it appears. Every so often, though, he'll throw glances at the cuts on your arm. He really is hung up on your blood. It's white. Shush.
Good news, Captor. Tonight is your lucky night. Finally, you can get a chance to put your money where your dribbling snaggletooth flap is. I need you to do something for me.
KK, if this is more whining about the team leaders, I don't want to hear it. You just don't have the qualities necessary for this sort of scenario. And if you're just here to start some sort of slap fight for wigglers, then you should probably go fuck yourself. Because I've got actual work I need to do tonight.
Oh my god! Who gives a fuck about a game Aradia dug out of a hole in the ground? And what actual work? Like, I even believe that for a second. You mean the actual work of touching yourself while sobbing into your Raccoon?
Yes, hilarious. But can we skip the foreplay for just one time in our lives? All that's going to happen is you saying something you regret, and then cry typing over whether or not we're still friends.
Okay, first of all, fuck you. I don't have time for any of your pathetic burns dunking me into a carton of weak sauce. There's actual, real, serious shit going down.
Well, now that we have wasted like 2 minutes telling each other how busy we are, what the fuck do you want?
I need you to check something in the Imperial database for me. Cast records. And I want you to do it without asking me why I need it. Deal?
Wait, what the fuck, KK? Absolutely no deal. You didn't try to make a deal. You just told me to do something incredibly illegal and dangerous. Why do you need cast records? You think ancestors are bullshit?
Ancestors are bullshit. Fake night dream nonsense for kids who hate themselves and want to experience a connection to something better than they are. Face the facts, bulgeweeds. There is no way out of any of us there's no way any of us are descended from anybody that matters.
Except for, like, literally everybody being descended from everybody, but whatever.
Lamel.
Then why the hell do you want me to risk getting cold for records if it's a bunch of bullshit that doesn't matter? I might have a death wish, but I'm not suicidal. So either you tell me what crawled up your nook and laid eggs in there, or let me get back to work.
Okay, fine. I'm only telling you this because we're friends and I trust you. There's this person in my hive.
Person.
Yeah, they aren't a troll, but they aren't a drone either. I figure they're an alien. But they've got a cerulean sign, and we're trying to figure out where it came from.
Wait, they aren't a troll, but they're a cerulean. Sorry, KK. I'm trying to wrap my pan around this, but I'm pretty sure you're fucking with me.
Oh my god. Can you just run this?
Give me a second. Okay, nobody's had this sign or cast name in a while. Ask your new alien friend if they know the name Adilov.
Hey, do you know? Oh, what the fuck?
You sit back from what you've been reading over Karkat's shoulder. You couldn't resist. He was just getting really so heated and mad, banging on the keyboard and making weird little growling noises.
You think he was just...
Karkat goes absolutely silent. He's rigid. If he's been a cat, his hair would have been standing straight up. You ask him what's wrong, and he shushes you so loudly you almost fall over from shock. You strain, and in the distance you think you hear a strange, statically whirring. Yeah, whirring. Suddenly, Karkat explodes in motion, grabbing your arm and pulling you out of his respite block and down the stairs. In the living room, he tugs a thick black blanket from off the back of the couch and pulls up the rug in the center of the room. Beneath it is a trap door. What the hell is...
Be quiet.
His movements are quick and panicky, but also methodical. His jaw is set and his eyes as hard as he unbolts the trap door, gives it a hard yank to loosen it, and props it open. Beneath is a rectangular pit in the foundations of the house. The size and shape are of a shallow grave. This isn't the first time he's done this. You doubt it's even the 10th. So far, Karkat has struck you as a little bit ridiculous, but now there's something fierce burning in him, something angry and distilled. The sound comes again, closer this time, and you can see a hulking shadow out the window, huge and menacing and armored. Karkat yanks you down into the pit with him and then wraps the two of you in the blanket. He then closes the trap door, and you plunge into the darkness so absolute it's like you stopped existing. What the hell is going on?
A drone.
Karkat's face is squished against your shoulder. The fear in his voice shudders you to your bones.
It's just a routine check. We should be fine down here. My Lucis dug this. It hides the temperature.
The temperature?
Of me. Of us. Of our mutation.
You don't understand, but that doesn't stop you from being afraid. Impossibly heavy footsteps slam on the floor above you. Karkat trembles. God, you have to do something. Oh? Pull time, pull time. Oi. There you go. Also, I'm not a coom man. Fucking, it's only the hair is white now. Everything else, actually, I guess the coloration now has more of a troll look to it. I don't have any black hair options. Oh well. You guys voting? Are you actually doing what matters? Or you want me to fuck it all up? I'm giving you guys the option to fuck it up for us. Come on, you can do it. You can fuck it all to hell. No? Yes? Please? Like 5 seconds. No? Okay, it's up to me. Hey, we're fleeing.
Oh.
So you're pretty tolerant so you're a pretty tolerant kind of dude. You're generally down for whatever, but lying in a shallow grave while a troll boy digs his nubby little horns into your ribs and a mechanical monster stomps around upstairs, that's kind of a lot, even for you. So you really do the only thing that's a responsible friend can. You get your friend the fuck out of Dodge. It was really cool of Jay to have us all over. It felt like a birthday present, kind of. Especially since all of my other presents got lost in the mail. Actually, the only one that didn't get lost was the little monsters poster my dad got me. He gave it to me a week early, almost like he knew something weird was going to happen to the rest of my gifts.
Sure, yeah. I'm happy for you, dude. Cool that your dad got you got your unbelievably crappy shit to you before it got thrown in a little garbage where, frankly, it belongs. But why are you wasting any part of our valuable word count babbling about your fucking little monster poster? Who actually cares?
I don't know. I just figured some people might want to know about it.
Whack. Oh, hey.
Dave and John are propped up on the futon, gaming the only way the bros can, i.e. with several bags of chips, mostly empty 2-liter bottle of Mountain Dew on the couch between them.
Yeah, dog. Saving room for Jesus and snacks.
Oh, hey, Mr. Mailman! You wave hello and try to catch your breath. You're being a little unbalanced from the brutal shift between being buried alive to a chilled Texas day with just a couple of guys being dudes. Wait, how did he even get back from Jade's?
Oh, right. Yeah, it turns out her dog can teleport. Wild, right? Who knew?
I don't think Beck can time travel, though. So don't worry, you aren't going to be out of a job or anything. I'm probably going to ask you to zap me back to my place before my dad realizes I've been gone this long. I don't think he'd call the cops on you, but I just want to be on the safe side.
By the way, who the fuck is that? And is he like... okay?
Oh yeah, Carcat. He's currently curled up on the ground with a blanket still wrapped around him. He's breathing very heavily and sort of clutching at the carpet. You lean down to make sure he's cool while telling Dave and John that he's an alien from another planet. You figured you'd bring him here, since shit got a little too hot back in alien land.
Oh. Dope, I guess. Hey, dude.
Wait. He's an alien? Like, a real alien?
Yeah, John. Jesus Christ. Look, he's got little horns.
Yeah, I can see that, but come on, aliens?
Oh, so this is where you draw the line. Our friend living alone on an island with nothing but her magical dog and taxidermied grandpa, who she stuffed herself, isn't where you draw it. A teleporting fake mailman in a hoodie who just wants to be bros isn't where you draw it.
I guess you have a point. All that stuff just feels so normal now.
So I guess, in theory, you could bring us to visit this alien planet. Maybe. Not that that's anything I'd actually want to do. The place is probably staying AF. You'd never catch me in space. Space ain't a place. Oh, damn, yeah. Write that down.
You love a good Strider freestyle any day of the week, but this isn't Dave's route, so you return your focus back to... Oh, holy fuck, where did he go?
Oh yeah, the little dude just scurried out the door. Probably should have mentioned that.
God damn it. You just brought Carcat to Earth and you already lost him. Some friend you are. You zap down to the ground floor of the apartment building. Nothing. You zap to the stairwell and look up. Nothing. No little alien boy with a blanket. Shit. Damn it. You remember the time you met Dave. You zap up to the roof. You find Carcat standing silhouetted against a turgid Texas sky. Shivers of heat haze making him look strangely artificial. He's shading his eyes and staring up at the sun. Hey dude, don't do that. You're gonna hurt yourself.
Man, I wish they had more money and they could spend on stuff because like
Yeah.
a CG of Karkat just staring
at
up at the sun like that would actually be pretty cool. Like
Would be nice, yeah.
just like
I can see it.
Pesterquest.
I can see it in my head. That's the problem.
I know, but like actually having that,
Yeah, I know.
I can also see it in my brain.
literally watching or literally reading one visual novel that wasn't Pesterquest or Hive Swap has spoiled me.
Oh, you mean a thing that actually is meant to be a visual novel and not like a Western interpretation of visual novel? Well, we will do it right, and they just do the most lazy,
It's just-
haphazard thing possible for MP.
I mean, I know why. It's just because What Pumpkin had literally no funding.
Yeah.
But it's still, I wish they could have done a little bit more because damn.
I don't want to diss, but like I feel like it wouldn't have been that much more effort.
Oh, wow! Thank you so much for the advice. I'm way too stupid not to know to look directly into a burning ball of fire. The pain's intense and searing, but I'm just a dumb fucking animal. By the way, this town is pathetic.
Well, this is another planet and another sun.
Yes! Thank you!
He drops his hands and turns back to you. There are still cobwebs in his hair from the crawl space.
Is this where you're from?
You think so? Maybe. You don't remember very much about yourself, but you seem to know a lot more about Earth than you do about Alternia. You don't remember very much about that place at all. Oh, except that it's called Alternia, apparently.
This all feels... I don't know. Wrong? Or just really fucking weird. You zapped in and dragged me out of my hive to an alien planet where the sun isn't hot enough to burn.
Well, it's definitely hot enough to burn. It just takes a little longer.
Shut up! I wasn't finished. Before you showed up, Solix was telling me all about this game that one of his friends found. We were all supposed to play it together and... I don't know. Some stuff would have happened. I don't know why it feels like that matters. I just feel... It's hard to describe. Flattened out.
Yeah, I feel you.
You and Karkat both jump. Dave has ninja'd up the stairs and leaned casually against the brick wall. Shit, how long has he been standing there? And where's John?
Oh, he just disappeared.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's weird. This swirling void wormhole just opened up in the TV and sucked him right in.
What?
I'm fucking with you. John's in the bathroom. But I had you for a second, didn't I? Absolutely sounds like something that could happen these past couple days.
Oh yeah, hilarious. He should have got you. Also, you're pretty sure the scene moved up here so you could talk to Karkat without Dave coming in and making this all about him again. Dave adjusts his shades. That's a bot. Come on.
Man, that is just an extremely weird thing to say. But yeah, horny dude. I mean, guy with horns.
Are you talking to me?
We were all supposed to play a game too. Together as a group or some shit.
Right, Jay told you about a game that was supposed to change everything.
It's that sort of shit that makes me get this feeling you know more about what's going on than you're telling us.
You don't. You swear you don't. You have no idea why any of this is happening. Or maybe...
Oh wait, I read that in the wrong tone. Let me just, you said, right, Jade told you about a game that was supposed to change everything. It's that sort of shit that makes me get this feeling you know more about what's going on than you're telling us. Because, oh right, the reader read the entire webcomic.
Mm-hmm. You don't. You swear you don't. You have no idea why any of this is happening. Or maybe not happening. There's just some stuff you seem to know, but not until you absolutely have to. You're just sure that it's very important that you brought Karkat here. Up. Susie.
Why? How the fuck do I have anything to do with these hornless freaks?
Standing right here, bro. My God. But yeah, that's a pretty good point now that I think about it. You said it's important for you to bring him here, like here specifically, to my apartment.
Yeah?
Why?
You aren't sure. You just have this intense feeling that's imperative that the two of them are friends.
All right. Weird, but all right. Gray dude, you ever play Tony Hawk?
Okay, victory. Not even good Tony Hawk game.
I think that was Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3.
Eh. I guess we're waiting it out then.
Yeah, let's get this bad end. Come on.
Bad end, Susie, bad end.
We'll be fine.
Karkat mutters it to himself again and again.
We'll be fine. 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 This always works. There's no reason to.
A rusty grating screech as the trapdoor is wrenched off its hinges. Light pours in. Two giant metal hands reach into the hole and pluck both of you out. Karkat wriggles and bites like a cat trying to get free. You don't have the chance. The drone tosses your body out of the way. You hit your head your head hits the wall, and everything goes a little strange and streaky after that. When you come back to yourself, you're outside in the blazing morning heat with Karkats crouched over you. Did the two of you escape?
Yeah.
His voice is hollow.
Yeah.
There's crimson blood smeared on his sweater and up to his chin. You realize it must have come from reopened cuts on your arm. Karkat must have carried you out of the hive. The hive. Behind you, Karkat's house is in flames. The heat of the fire combines with the heat of the sun until it feels like two of you are standing on the edge of hell. Oh my god, did the drone do that?
No. My Lucis did. I told you, I have an early warning system. It gave me a chance to get out before triggering it.
Is he okay? Karkat gives you a look of utter disgust. He gestures towards the burning hive.
Huh?
Huh?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I very much fucking doubt it.
Hold on a second. I'm just, I noticed that somebody got their things locked in your thing. I'm making sure they get,
Huh?
Oh, never mind.
What?
The, somebody got moderated, and I was going to make sure they got banned, but... But I don't seem to be able to do it. Maybe it's just me.
Okay. But the drone is dead, right? So he's safe. Karkat releases a creaky, wheezing sound that takes you a second to realize is a laugh.
God, you really are an alien! Where are you even from? It sounds so relaxing.
I'd say, God, you really are an alien. Where are you even from? It sounds so relaxing.
God, you really are an alien. Where are you even from? It sounds so relaxing.
You got to read that facial expression, see?
This isn't the only drone, you freak of nature. It's a sign. It's seen on my sign. It's seen my sign. It heard my voice. I'm on record as call on site. There's absolutely nowhere for me to go.
Shit. Okay. Well, what about his friends? You really don't think Karkat is in any sort of state to make decisions, so you make an executive one for both of you. It's also hot as shit out here, and your delicate skin is already starting to burn. What had the friend's name been? Solix? You take Karkat's hand because the two of you are beyond holding each other, on the armpits at this point. You appear in the residential street in the city, and for the second, you think this must have traveled in time as well, since it's night again suddenly. But then you look up and see a strange purple-blue glimmer in the sky. It's still day, but there's some sort of atmospheric shield between the killer's sun and the city. You wonder why there isn't one over where Karkat lives. Maybe it's too far out in the sticks? Karkat yanks his hand out of yours. He is still holding the blanket he's wrapped the two of you in, staring around in nervous little ticks. He looks even more scared than he did back in his bedroom. Clearly, he doesn't get out much.
Fuck!
A low chime rings out through the empty street. Karkat pulls his palm husk out of his pocket and looks at it like he can't remember what it is. Like everything's normal, he has been wiped away, and all that remains is a frozen horror in his eyes.
KK, what the fuck? I just saw your name come up on the feeds. What'd you do, you fucking idiot? You're gonna get the Thresacutioners, or you're gonna be a Thresacutioner. You can't just start throwing up on the coal lists.
I didn't do anything. Solix, there's some stuff about me you don't know.
KK, what the hell?
Oh, whoops.
Okay, well, first of all, I'm out right outside your hive step.
What? What are you talking about? Is this that mutant stuff or is this a mutant stuff? Who gives a shit about that? TZ knows too. He says she can taste your blood color through the screen. It's all kinds of freaky.
How does that even work? The screens aren't scratch and sniff. How the fuck? It doesn't matter. Wow, I actually do not give a crap about Terezi's cackling bullshit right now. Everything is fucked forever.
As if in agreement, a familiar crackling whirl starts up somewhere close by. You and Karkat look at each other in almost comedic distress.
I have to go.
Oh, whoops.
You keep on doing it!
Yep. Just come up here, okay? We'll figure this shit out.
No, absolutely fucking not. Oh my god. You utter imbecile. You think your little pan sparks can do anything against a culling drone? I know you have a death wish, but I'm not going to assist you in hysterical shit-fit suicide.
You don't know anything about me or my death wish, KK. Come upstairs.
No!
Don't make me tell you how much I hate you.
Karkat throws his palm husk at the pavement, shattering the screen. Tears drip off his jaw in blurry streaks of red.
Get me out of here. And don't you dare ask me what's wrong.
You don't. You get him out of there. To all over. To we have a budget and we're reusing things from Hive Swap Friend Sim. Locale to
That's
locale. You take a grand tour of Alternia, a place you shouldn't know the name of, but you do. And everywhere you go, you hear the telltale grating whir. Karkat was right. Wherever he goes, the drones follow. After a certain point, it just becomes routine. You teleport to a random location and two of you just sort of loaf around until you hear the sound in the distance. By the time the sun starts to set, you're both exhausted and must have zapped all over the planet. You find yourself back on the grassy fields, most likely somewhere near Karkat's demolished hive. Smoke hangs fetid in the evening air. Karkat's eyes are dull, his hair a tangled mass of curls so thick they look like twisted wire.
I figured out why the fucking thing didn't work.
What thing? He shakes the blanket, which has been holding on to all day. The last remnant of what's likely must be a smoking wreck.
With 2 mutants in there, we were too warm. Years of perfecting my hiding like an oink beast from the slaughter technique, and it's all decimated by some clueless asshole in a hoodie. Just Karkat out here having a normal one! Getting fucked up in the waste chute by an inexorable march of fate in the universe. I meet someone with the same disgusting deformity as me, and they immediately ruin my life. This is why I don't let people into my hive.
Karkat? There is so much hatred wrapped up in his voice, in his words, and you don't think it's hatred for you. You ask him what you can do. You want to fix this.
I think you've done enough.
Karkat bundles himself up in the blanket, even though it isn't cold. He turns away. Game over.
Okay, signless.
Ooh, ooh.
Okay, Mr. Sufferer.
So I thought that escaping would been your character actually sitting back and trying to escape by busting through, not your character is actually smart enough to know to teleport.
Lamau. Good job. It's okay. It's a good thing.
I mean, someone else can take up narration on this.
You are learning more about yourself every day. For example, while you already knew that friendship was everything, you are now realizing that staying with your friends is not a priority. At least, that must be right, because you keep leaving friends and starting over again. Why are you doing this? Probably a deeply held value of some kind. That makes sense. Anyway, you're ready to meet more friends, and the only place you've seen new people recently has been on Jade's dream planet. You zap on over there. This time, something is different. It seems to be a different part of the day than before, and the overhead clouds that previously served as fluffy ambient backdrop are now alive with images. Meteors striking a dark world, a planet covered in sugar mountains dotted with goofy giant teapots, a young gray-skinned alien girl running around, catching frogs. These must be the clouds Jade was referencing. The ones she said could never be wrong. Well, you can take guidance from them too. You've trusted more dubious things than clouds. You zone in on that frog girl with the short haircut and the red skirt. Time for the zappy thing. It's always night on Troll Planet, at least when folks are out and about. But it's usually not this dark. You confidently head out to start exploring your surroundings and immediately run into a wall face first. Okay. You're getting your bearings now. You've ended up in some kind of closet. You refrain from making a hackneyed joke about it. They probably don't have enough cultural metaphor, or they probably don't even have that cultural metaphor here. And the noise you made elicited an answering yelp of surprise in the room outside. You hear footsteps approaching you, and then someone yanks the door open.
Hello.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Opening the door has allowed a beam of bright sunlight to fall across your face. You feel instinctively that the light is something to avoid. You hold your hands up to shield your face. Then remember that your hands are also made of skin and whimper. The heat is doing its best to fry you, like a vampire in a movie. You are sure that idle thought will not end up having any relevance to this troll girl's story whatsoever.
What are you? Did you just wander in here or like... what?
Something like that, you tell her, cringing away from the light. You get the feeling this girl is not going to fall for the old mailman gambit. Mail troll? You tell her you know one of her other friends.
Who? Wait... Is it Karkat?
Yes!
I knew it. He makes friends with all kinds. Well... I obviously can't kick you out right now. You don't seem to be able to handle the sun. So I guess you better stick around until at least nighttime.
You could easily zap to nighttime, but this is giving you an in, so instead you agree. No problem. You can just hang out in his closet. It's fine. It's a lovely closet.
I know we just met, but you are being kind of weird.
You hope it's the kind of weird that eventually becomes charming. You don't say that, though. Just think it. You know the barrier between your words and thoughts is ambiguous at best, but for real.
Anyway, you have no obligation to skulk around in my wardrobifier assets chamber.
Wardrobifying assets chamber.
Yeah, wardrobifying assets chamber.
Yeah, because you said wardrobifier, which is the item that uses the wardrobifying assets chamber.
God
Do you
damn it.
wish to be warned by Kanaya?
Do I have to answer? I have a solution.
Pulling the shades, maybe?
No. Why would I deprive my plants of life-giving sunlight for a fragile-skinned creature I've never met before? It is another solution.
A minute later, you're dressed in a floor-length gown of emerald velvet with long sleeves, a high neckline, and a dramatic hood pulled over your head. The dress does nothing for the heat, but it effectively shields you from sunlight.
There you go.
All swaddled up like a baby, you think, or you joke. The troll just gives you a level look. Clearly, you've stumbled on a cultural misalignment. Even though she's the one who hasn't heard or even heard of a baby, she stares at you until you start to feel embarrassed for knowing things that she doesn't know. She is very good at starting contests. What an amazing potential friend. Now out of the closet, you know now that joke won't land either, you look around the room. It is indeed covered with plants, as well as colorful bolts of fabric and half-finished sewing projects. Unlike Rose's knitting disarray, it does not give the impression of someone who has difficulty finishing things. This troll's room gives you the impression of someone who enjoys, even excels, at having multiple irons in hot places. Or at least she thinks she does. She seems to have just been on her computer. Thing, when you zapped in. Because her chat client is flashing insistently. You try to peer at the open window, but she hits a button and makes the projection disappear. A delicate green rush rising in her cheeks. Or to her cheeks.
No need to look at that.
Guiltily, you remember spying on Rose. When she called you out, you thought for a second that your chances of being her friend had run out. Like, if there was a universe where you became her friend and one where you didn't, you'd stumbled clumsily into the wrong one. The bad one, if you will. But luckily, everything turned out fine. Maybe you could get away with it again. Plus, this troll doesn't even know about your powers yet. Not like Rose did. She would have no reason to suspect you.
Alright. Wait. Keep on hitting a button thinking it's the... Let's see... Bye? Yay. No.
Finally, I can finish reporting that guy who advertised bots in your room.
Oh, that.
I had that opened. I was just trying to report him to Twitch this entire time, but I couldn't because I had to operate the game.
Damn.
I thought you were waiting on me for some reason. I just have to wait to get water.
No. Not yet. I'm just waiting on the vote, which may or may not happen.
But I forgot I'm not a mod in your chat, so I can't.
Yeah, that's
ban
true.
People.
I mean, it's fine. I banned them and got them out. And... yeah.
Good. You did quick.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you motherfuckers! No, you didn't vote again. Then I'm going to spy. We're going to spy then. You fuckers. We're going to spy on her communications.
You excuse yourself to the... You don't know what to say. You call it... you don't know what they call it here. The necessaries. You wave your hand in a vaguely embarrassed way, and the troll gets it. Out of her sight, you zap back to a few minutes ago, just outside the door to the room you're in now. You wait until you hear the thump of yourself arriving in the closet, and the troll abandoning her desk. Then you quickly zap into the room and read her current chat.
It just cannot escape my notice that the last 3 times you've contacted me, it was asked if I finished your dress yet. Under these circumstances, I find it trying to believe that you wanted for no particular reason. I wish you would just tell me why it's so important.
Of course you do. Fussy Fangs always has to have a reason for everything. Maybe I just want a present from my Moirail. Did you think of that? Or are you too busy fussing around in your fussy block? Maybe I'm being nice? Or did you not think that I can be nice sometimes?
I know you can be. When you want. Sort of. Are we Moirails again now then? Yesterday you said defining our relationship was something only lame dorks would do.
Yeah, and my Moirail is a super lame dork. That's you, Fangface.
It's just that I can't help but notice that I'm your Moirail again right now, when you want something from me.
You notice a lot, don't you? Always noticing something. I bet you would be shocked to know how much you don't see. You don't even know half of what I have going on.
If I have ever pretended to know what is going on with you, please allow me to apologize for such a gross misrepresentation of my reality.
Whatever! Can you just tell me if you've finished it yet? Hello? Kanaya? The log ends there. You zap back before past you's done changing into the dress and re-enter the room. The troll Kanaya is back at her lunch... Or, re-enter the room. The troll Kanaya is back at her lunch... Okay, I see what you're doing. Yeah, the troll Kanaya is back. See, they didn't put any spaces there, and that's why that fucks with me. Because you're supposed to have spaces between those.
They're just using it as like a replacement for commas at this point.
Yeah.
It's kind of silly.
No, because there's what they're doing is they're using one of these. I put it in the chat, which is different from that. And before they were using this, double dashes, but now they're doing the actual M, the M something. I don't remember what it's called. But now they're actually using it, but they didn't put any spaces around it, so it's just like supposed to be a space there. Anyway, the M dash. The troll, Kanaya, is back at her lunchbox computer, typing furiously. You have to handle this situation delicately. She can't know that you were spying on her. Since you've already said that you know Karkat, you had your bets on all of them sharing the same friend group. You ask her carefully if she happens to know your other friend as well. Arachnid's grip? The little green flush darkens Kanaya's cheeks again. She bites her lip, showing one kinda adorable fang.
Yes. I know her. Why?
You are sure that helping Kanaya figuring out her situation with this girl, or you are sure that helping Kanaya figure out her situation with this girl is the key to earning her friendship. A big, juicy interpersonal conflict to solve has been dangled in front of you, and nothing makes friends more reliably. But then again, you don't really know anything about this other troll. You don't even know her name, just her handle. Can you really be of use to Kanaya? Especially when your knowledge of the girl is based on a foundation of lies? Is this the right way to go? Hey, look, it's the dress.
Hmm. Pick. There we go. The choices aren't charged with anything. Please vote this time, please. It's a 50-50 shot when I do it. Hmm. 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 Boop. 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 You can't. Oh, because mobile. Fuck you, Ticonderoga.
You can't out Pizza the Hut.
You pick one. Okay. Choice one. That should count for something. Okay, since Ticonderoga said it, Stinky Mobile user offered the help with AG. Lulu,
Yeah.
choice one.
Choice one. Which one's the one?
It's the one.
One?
One.
What if this is one because it's lower?
No. It is you assort by descending. Whoops, wait.
You gesture wildly. You and this girl, whose name you do totally know, go way back. In fact, if Kanaya wants some help figuring things out with her, you could definitely help. You're an observant person, this part is true, and you want to help her, this too. Kanaya thinks this over, looking skeptical.
What could you do to help? She's just impossible. Everyone knows that already. I am not breaking new ground about Vriska here.
Vriska! That must be her name. Despite Kanaya's outward frustration, you keep sensing some kind of guilty affection here. You don't know what a moirail is. How could you? You've never heard that word before, but it conjures a feeling inside you. A vague sense of warmth and comfort, and for some reason, a dark room and the smell of popcorn. Anyway, it's clearly some kind of intimate relationship, and Kanaya's feelings are all wrapped up in it. You know what to do in that kind of situation. She needs to tell Vriska how she feels. You expect Kanaya to brush this off. She hasn't exactly been Miss Emotional Openness so far. She looks like she's about to, but then she wavers. To your surprise, she lets out a heavy sigh, her shoulders slumping.
What would be the point? She's not even into the relationship we have now. There's no way there's no way she'd want to take it in a more crimson direction.
Clearly, these feelings have worn her down so much. Her spiky defenses are weakened. You don't want to cheer on someone's vulnerabilities, but, well, it's hard to form a friendship without them. You ask if she's sure about that.
Well, no. I can't ever tell if she's sincere. She makes serious things into jokes, and jokes into big dramas. I thought she started calling me her Moirail as a joke. But she told everyone else about it too. She didn't even ask me what I wanted. And now I don't know how to talk to her about it. Every conversation we have gets so antagonistic. But I'm not interested in that quadrant with her. Sometimes it feels like our relationship is just an aggregation of shallow and insincere hostilities.
Despite the unfamiliar alien words, this teen romantic flailing is common among all species. You nod sympathetically, but, you point out, Kanaya isn't happy now. So what would she have to lose if she pressed the issue? Kanaya gives you that even, scathing gaze again.
And what is your personal interest in my quadrants? Karkat's friend?
Whoops, you've pushed it too far. All your recent successes have made you cocky. You revert to barefaced honesty and tell her you want to get to know her better.
I have plenty of friends already. And I don't even like some of them. But I will think about your unsolicited and unwelcome advice. Advice from a stranger whose presence you are tolerating solely to not be responsible for the death of an innocent is well known to be the best kind of advice.
That's about the best you can ask for. You shut up and sit quietly while Kanaya goes back to her activities, sewing and tending to her plants with a big chainsaw that she seems to have pulled out of nowhere. Finally, she huffs a sigh and throws the chainsaw down on the floor. It disappears again, but a little gold tube rolls away from where it landed. Kanaya walks back into her magic computer lunchbox. She is emanating such a determined air that you don't dare to address her. Maybe she's forgotten about you. If so, it's to your advantage, because Kanaya's setup projects her windows in a very visible way, and she didn't tell you not to look this time.
You know how you basically refuse to be straightforward with me? You know how you and I use this metaphor with full consciousness of it's on the nose of nature? Always weave a web of intricate emotional misdirection and basically act in the most infuriating way possible.
What? Slow down. What are you talking about?
Why did you start calling me your Morel? Was it because you actually had those feelings for me? Or did it suit your purposes somehow? What if I started calling you my mate sprit? Would that make it reality? Is that how it works? You just say things and assume they will happen like you said instead of talking about it with the other person involved? That time I meant you in an abstract and general sense was not specifically you.
Wait. Are you saying you want to be mate sprits?
You know, I'm the one of the few of us who still likes you. You know, everyone wonders why I still talk to you at all. And sometimes I do too. After everything you've done, I think in this situation the evidence for strong concupiscent feelings on my part is compelling. I do not think our so-called moral allegiance is satisfying enough to account for my continued attachment to you. Any outside observer can perceive as much.
Wow. I think there was a confession somewhere buried under all that insulting language. You know what, Minifangs? Let's do it. Let's be mate spreads.
Do not mock me.
I'm not. Jeez, do you know how unfair you're being? Vriska, be more straightforward. Vriska, talk clearly about your feelings. Define our relationship. Then, when I do it, this is what I get. Let's flip red. Why not?
Wait, really?
Yes! Kanaya slams the lunchbox shut and turns to you. She's even more flustered than she was before, and you can't tell if she's freaked out or thrilled. Maybe even she doesn't know.
Listen, I have to go somewhere. You can let yourself out, right? Do not steal anything from me.
You open your mouth, about to suggest that you could teleport her where she needs to go, but she rushes past you and down the stairs. Then she's gone. Dang. You've been getting really good mileage lately out of being the person to unite distant friends. Lousy goddamn stupid independent action. You get the feeling following her wouldn't go over well either. Kanaya probably needs some privacy right now. A lesser friendship aspirant might give up at this point. But your unique skills have honed in on one thing. This relationship's happening because of your advice. Surely, once things settle down, Kanaya will remember this and turn to you, ready to embrace you and rain down thanks and praise for your good works. You're not about to wait for it here. You zap ahead a couple days. No Kanaya. Nothing in the room indicates that Kanaya has even been back here yet. You try a couple days more. Still no Kanaya. You zap again. Now you're a week out, and the brown edges on some of these leaves suggest that Kanaya has been at her new girlfriend's house this entire time. You're about to give up when you hear a door slam downstairs. Kanaya storms up the winding staircase, stopping dead when she sees you.
Oh, great. Just what I need. Someone I don't know here in a delicate emotional time to witness my compromised state. Whenever I am on the precipice of romantic disaster, I always think to myself, I wish that a formed stranger was in my house refusing to leave. Just to bear witness to my inelegant suffering.
Okay, wow, that was harsh. You're beginning to think your strategy is not going to pan out. Never one to be deterred easily, you cautiously ask her if she wants to talk about it. She puts her face in her hands.
You know what? You're probably the only person who thought this was a remotely good idea. And therefore probably the only one I can complain to. Everyone else saw this coming, I'm sure. As outcomes go, this one was not particularly stealthy.
Sorry about that. When she looks up, she doesn't look angry anymore, just upset. Oh no.
I do not know why I thought that in becoming my mate spirit, she would somehow start acting differently than the way she always has.
Relationships are hard. Relationships are hard and nobody understands.
Well, no. I mean, they are a very common form of social interaction. I think most people, especially past the age when their genetic contribution is legally required, understand.
Sorry about that.
Or face certain culling.
Okay, never mind that. You were trying to do a thing and it clearly didn't work. So things didn't work out with Vriska.
You could say that. At first, it was everything I wanted. She's right, you know. She can be nice sometimes. But then she just started ordering me around. Like I had to do what she said just because I was her mate spirit. Like maybe the reason she agreed in the first place was because she wanted that leverage.
Oh, hey Dominic, thanks for the 8 months the 8 months of subscription. I hope I haven't missed the Vriska parts. Oh, it's fine. We'll be purposefully skipping Vriska.
What are you talking about? We're kind of going over that right now.
Wait, you read this, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. You know she's upset, but she isn't getting visibly emotional. Instead, as she talks, her eyes narrow and her voice grows icy with anger. She grows very still, her muscles held taut.
And she kept trying to use me to get back in with our friends who sensibly dropped her already. Like Karkat and Terezi. Although I can't believe I still have any cash. Would it just be cash or cachet?
I think that was cash. Yeah.
Backup? You skipped forward again.
yeah.
Cash with them after so obviously taking leave of my senses enough to date her. Even Terezi wasn't stupid enough for that. It felt like she just wanted me to like her so she can exploit me. Maybe because she doesn't have enough other friends. So she had to get the most out of me.
Her voice is trembling with anger now. Geez, that's rough. Honestly, it sounds to you like Kanaya dodged a bullet. When you first saw that Kanaya had a crush on this girl, you kind of assumed that someone as composed and rational as Kanaya would be drawn to someone who could compliment her well. But you've just watched her walk into a train wreck. Well, encouraged her to. It's probably good she broke up with Vriska.
I didn't.
Oh. Well.
But you're right.
She stalks over to her husk top and throws the top open so violently it nearly breaks. She opens a window and starts typing. Her claws hit the keys so hard that one of them pops off and flies to the ground.
You know, Vriska, I didn't just want to date you. I wanted you to feel the same thing I felt and treat me like a mate sprit. And whatever this is, it isn't what I wanted.
Excuse me? What are you saying? But Kanaya slams the screen down and turns away. Then she puts her hands over her face again and bursts into tears. You can't help but feel a little bit awkward. There? Kanaya glares at you.
You know this is your fault, right? I do not think you have shown yourself to be competent enough in this area to try to fix things now. Can you please just leave me alone?
Yeah, you're probably not going to be able to turn this around. Leaving probably is the best thing for you to do for Kanaya now. You nod sadly and zap the fuck out of there.
You did.
This one looks like a foot.
What?
This hand looks like a foot.
Oh, fuck you for even mentioning that.
Just the way that it's composed.
I get
it only
it.
looks like a foot to me.
You didn't help. Please.
I wonder, can I go back to the last? No, not that far back. Okay.
No.
Meow.
Okay, I guess do not so we can do the first other bad ending.
No. Even if you didn't get caught, it's just not a good way to begin a friendship. Much fairer to start on even footing. Besides, you already have an in. You asked the troll how she knows Karkat. She looks bored by this conversation starter.
Sorry, but I was actually kind of busy when you came in. I'm not going to co-sign you to a fiery death outside in the light, but I would appreciate some personal time.
Sure, you say. Of course. The troll gives you a suspicious look until you turn away enough that she can be assured of privacy. She goes right back to chatting with her friends. After a while, she gets up and starts working on a dress she's sewing. She keeps getting frustrated, ripping it out and redoing it to get it perfect. She's not being rude to you, but she's ignoring you. You attempt to engage a few more times, and she keeps answering politely, but she just refuses to be pulled into shenanigans from which a lasting friendship could form. After several hours, the sun slips below the horizon and leaves the world in twilight. The troll girl yawns.
Well, it should be safe for you to leave now. Goodbye.
She nicely, but firmly, directs you out the door.
Shoot.
That fucking art, though.
Okay, back off.
No reason, you say, just curious. Kanaya gives you a suspicious look.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of in the middle of something. You can just while away the time until it gets dark.
Sure. You watch her for a few minutes as she finishes up her conversation, and then starts working on things around her room. But, having seen what you've seen, you are determined to find some way to help her. If you can't fix her interpersonal problems, maybe you can figure out something else she'd enjoy. Filled with investigative spirit, you start to gather evidence. Snoop. You start to snoop. Spying got you this far. Spying is great. You rifle through Kanaya's bookshelf. She has a number of sewing pattern books, which you assume must have some kind of whimsically gruesome twist congruent with the rest of the world building on this planet. But pretty much just looks like sewing pattern books. There's one thing on the shelf in your own language. It's not a book, but a stack of printed out pages bound together in a distinctly homemade way. It says Suburb Beta Walkthrough at the top, and is covered with familiar, erudite prose. You're pretty sure the events described in this document never happened in the timeline you're currently making, but whatever, or maybe whatever source Kanaya got this from, is not bound strictly to one timeline. There are a number of books featuring shining white figures, mostly women, with prominent fangs and variously colored blood dripping from their cruel and elegant mouths. They're all dressed in an explosion of brightly colored fabrics. Something about their sparkle strikes you as deeply, strangely familiar. You must just be thinking of vampires. There's no reason you would know anything about whatever the rainbow blood-imbibing troll equivalent is. Most of these covers feature a swooning troll of varying genders, clearly about to have their throat torn out sexily. Many of the rainbow vampires are being menaced by brave heroes, all wielding chainsaws. A loud buzz makes you look up. You can't help but notice that Kanaya is tending to her topiaries with a large chainsaw of her own. Okay. You're putting this all together. The bright colors around her house, the choice of weapon, the love of sunlight. Kanaya's heart's desire is clearly to date a sexy vampire. Maybe that's what AG is. You wonder if you could make this happen for her. Maybe on this planet. It's not just a or maybe on this planet, it's not just a fantasy. You clear your throat to get Kanaya's attention, then casually wonder aloud if Alternia has any kind of non-living creatures.
Oh. You mean the undead?
Yes, the undead. Where might one find the undead? This sounds like the beginning of a D&D campaign. A group of adventurers walks into a tavern and the bard leans on the counter. Barkeeper, do you happen to know if there's any non-living creatures in the area? Do you mean undead? Yes, the undead. Where might we find some skeletons? Just like
in the closet, as usual. Also, hello, Torvar. Genocidal thoughts got you this far. I mean, yeah, genocidal thoughts are always
to pick with skeletons.
It is not difficult. They tromp past my hive in their hordes every day. Slavering and so on. Trying to get in sometimes.
It's all coming together. That must be the root of Kanaya's fascination. You start to form a plan. For the next few hours, you keep a keen eye trained on the window. Sure enough, within an hour, a group of strange, shambling creatures lurches into view. You yell and point out the window, drawing Kanaya's attention. then zap yourself out there in front of the horde. Now that you're close up, you can see that these guys are not exactly the debonair creatures of the night from Kanaya's book covers. They're more like zombies. Big, slow, stumbling things, half of them falling apart. Still, needs must. You are going to net one of them for Kanaya. You stand your ground as they lurch towards you, trying to select the most alluring. Yeah, this is definitely shit a bard would do. Trying to find an undead mate for their interesting friend.
The necromancer, but like the necromancer. I give you this zombie so you can fuck it.
The zombie with the most luscious bottom, please step forward. Suddenly, Kanaya is at your side, out of breath from running. She's wielding her chainsaw.
Are you actually bereft of sense? You don't fight the undead. This is suicidal.
You weren't trying to fight them, but there's no time to explain that, because they attack you anyway. No, I mean, this is actually the shit that Volo would probably do.
Volo from Volo's Guide?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
A great monstrous arm backhands you to the ground, and monster claws tear through your gown and into your shoulder, lifting you by it. The creature opens a mouth full of more teeth than you thought could fit inside there. Then you're falling. You hit the ground and roll, dirt grinding into the wounds on your arm. The top half of the creature lands next to you, twitching slightly. Kanaya's chainsaw gleams with its black blood. She twirls and bisects another undead thing, but then a third bear hugs her from behind and lifts her, its maw opening wide. You scramble to your feet and throw yourself at Kanaya, grabbing her kicking leg and squeezing your eyes shut to concentrate. You zap. Please don't let the monster have come with you. You open your eyes. The monster did not come with you. Only its arms did. Kanaya shakes herself a little, free from their disembodied embrace. Blood pools on her carpet. She does nothing to get rid of her chainsaw, or she does something to get rid of her chainsaw, and suddenly she's holding a tube of lipstick, which she opens. She slicks a fresh coat of black onto her lips. You slowly catch your breath. You're about to offer an apology, but something makes you pause. Kanaya is staring at the pools of blood. She cautiously, guiltily, leans down and swipes a finger in the mess. Then she brings it to her mouth and delicately licks.
Blah.
She makes a face and spits the blood out. Then she looks up at you, flushing emerald with embarrassment. Oh. You think you made a mistake. Kanaya doesn't want to date a vampire. She wants to be a vampire.
Pretend you did not see that.
You smile cautiously. It's okay, you tell her. You're embarrassed, or I'm embarrassed, or you embarrassed yourself by your foolish actions. You're embarrassed yourself by your foolish actions, sorry.
Yes. Why did you do that? Also, how did you teleport? We will be coming back to that one, do not mistake me. But I can't understand why anyone would run straight into a horde of the undead.
You look down. Well, it's just that when she said undead, you were picturing something else. Another kind of creature that was undead and now isn't and is, or that another kind of creature that was dead and now isn't and is a little more appealing. Understanding dawns.
Oh. I see. Well, that's understandable.
Vampires are just so cool. They're so cool and hot, and it would make sense for anyone to want to be one.
I don't know what a vampire is. But I believe that we're on the same page. Maybe I misjudged you. Or perhaps you have a greater intelligence and finer taste than I had originally inferred.
Maybe, you say. You bet anyone with taste would find Kanaya's daring, unconventional aesthetic intriguing. Even someone like the tentacle therapist. Kanaya freezes.
How did you know? Did you just... I mean... Who is that? I mean,
She clears her throat uncomfortably.
whoever that is, I hope you are right. And also... Well...
She looks embarrassed again.
Thank you for saying so.
You nod, wondering if you should say more. But you should keep that friend's secrets, just like you were going to keep Kanaya's vampire fantasies secret. Because that's what friends do.
Yay.
Bonded for life.
Gay.
Damn.
All right, fucking clown cannons. How do they work?
I think it...
How about Susie? You do the narration.
Yeah, sure.
Or
Give me a second.
who hasn't narrated today?
That'd be me.
Susie.
Okay, yeah, you go ahead.
First things first, you deliver Karkat into the arms of a giant white crab, which strikes you as totally normal and safe to do. You're really beginning to get the hang of this zap situation. For instance, you are now capable of utilizing it without unleashing a lengthy exposition on the values of interpersonal relationships. You can just go. Lucky too, since when you drop Karkat off at his place, he does not look to be in the mood for philosophy. More for crawling into bed and sleeping for a week. You don't blame him. Dave and John are nice kids, but they do require a high level of buy-in to talk to. Since you have a memory like a steel friendship trap, you recall there's another possible bro in the area. What had Karkat? What had Karkat called the kid that he lost his shit at the thought of meeting? Macarena? Macaroni? You zap to Macaroni's house. This time you aim for the yard and not the broom closet, and find yourself outside a huge sandstone castle at the edge of a dark, sprawling ocean. You would have said it was abandoned if it wasn't for the lights in the windows. I love this song. Standing at the tide... Miracles. Standing at the tide line is some sort of Halloween decoration. A scarecrow made entirely of sticks and hair and a pair of oversized gray pants. Wait, they probably don't even have a Halloween here. It's already spooky enough every day. A nocturnal world can't even fuck with the night holidays. The scarecrow throws a rock into the surf. Winding up his long, thin arm is a whole production, although the motion is surprisingly fluid. You edge closer, not wanting to alarm him, but needing to move the plot along at a reasonable clip. You clear your throat. The boy scarecrow does the laziest double take you have ever seen. It's like he's on half speed.
Motherfucker. Are you lost?
Sorry, I actually had to catch him again.
Motherfucker. Are you lost?
That's a little forward. Not that you aren't hip to all the choicest trends that the kids are on. You have absolutely no problem with some random teen just swearing at you out of the blue. It's absolutely fine. In fact, you love it. Makara, that's what his name was.
You ever look at the ocean? You know, really get your eye stalks going on it.
Well, yeah, you're doing that right now, actually, since the ocean's right in front of you, and it's very hard not to see it, at least out of the corner of your eye.
Oh, dang.
Felt for sure you were someone's little lost Lucis on account of you being all white all over. Not my old goat for sure. That old bastard's never once shown his ugly skull to Sheriff High.
The tide creeps up on the beach and you take an automatic step back. The water looks normal, and Makara is up to his shins in the surf, but you still don't trust like that. You can teleport, but that doesn't mean you want your toes burned out by alien saltwater or whatever the fuck.
What about you, stranger? You ever get down in a hot, warm place of gooey mess or plate of gooey mess? Pie, motherfucker. I got one in the oven.
Oh, how silly of you. You love pie. You love it so much more than any weird shit you thought he was talking about. He grins and, oh god. Horror opens in a pit in your stomach as his skin cracks before you realize that it's makeup. He's got face paint on. You guess kind of like a clown thing going on? It tracks. The big pants, the crazy hair, etc. That's actually kind of fucking weird, but really not as weird as it should be. Like, everything since you began this rollicking friendship romp, this new information feels like remembering rather than learning. But right now all you really care about is learning or remembering. But right now all you really care about learning or remembering is that sweet pie the kid mentioned.
Hell yeah. Got your panel where it's supposed to be. In your sack. Gamzee.
Come again?
Gamzee.
Bless you.
My name, motherfucker.
For a second, the kid's vacant stare sharpens. His gray eyes are like looking down from a long, empty corridor. But for the briefest moment, you think you see something lurking at the end of it. Something angry. And then it's gone.
See, my intention is to make him sound mostly young and stoned and chill as fuck, with the potential to drop grand high blood vibes at any moment.
Ramsey brings you inside his hive, which is lopsided and shakes when the wind blows. Whoever designed it definitely got their architecture degree online. It also smells a lot like weed. You take a step into the living room.
I love there was even a sound effect. But
Oh, Jesus Christ. There's like 40 little honk horns strewn on the floor in a pattern that makes it absolutely inevitable that you will step on most of them on the way to the couch. Jesus Christ, I want some fucking Fago. You give up after a few seconds of careful hopping and just honk your way across the room. It's a goose party up in here. Sorry.
Oh yeah, brother. Make that music. Sometimes it all just gets too much to contain, you know what I'm saying?
Gamzee sticks his head around the door to... Let me try that again. Gamzee sticks his head around the door to what you assume must be the kitchen. He's got flour on his nose. You thought he said pie was already in the oven. What's he using flour for? It's not flour, it's crack cocaine!
The music builds up, don't it? It's like a miracle. Like a little ball of snot was all cut up in your suck sphincters.
You actually have no idea what he's talking about, and you're pretty sure that's not your fault. A bunch of clattering and banging interrupts your thoughts. Dear God, what is he doing in there? How hard is he baking?
dear God, what is going on over on Xavier's stream?
What? Oh, Ticonderoga redeemed the maid outfit, so...
And with the cum hair?
It's white. It's pure
Cum.
white. It looks
Cum.
nothing like cum.
Come,
I have seen
Father
Crisis
of
Core.
lies. Come in disguise.
It looks nothing like that. There's a pureness, like the driven snow.
Looks a little crusty.
Castration in the sky. Your penis will fly.
It's a little crusty, like it's dried on there.
Sweep up the cum flakes, Joan.
Then you realize it isn't coming from the kitchen. It's coming from a different door. A closet door.
What even is that?
Oh fuck. It's you and Carcat. You must have time traveled without even meaning to when you zapped here. Damn it, you thought you were getting the hang of this. But how do you respond to this absolutely unforeseen turn of events?
Oh no.
Let me take a piss.
Okay, while you piss, while you go make piss, I do
I gotta
poll.
drain the old bladder.
Choice. No. Let's see if I can put this here. Well, let me wait. Let me do the poll with fuck with timeline. So I guess it allows me to use the fuck word in choices. Unless it didn't, and Bum 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 bum. Oh god. I entered the cum zone. Hello, Dominic. Oh fucking. You know what? I'm gonna redeem my own stuff. Yeah, there we go. Hey, I lucked into it. It's like fuck it. Do the ponytail.
Damn, motherfucker. That was like 20 whole seconds of pissing.
Damn. Anyways, Gamzee's going to open the door and get on the floor and then walk the dinosaur.
Damn, baby girl, are you frying bacon in there?
You know, funny thing,
Keanu gets to sit back and listen to Rouge tell him if he's pissing.
Figuring this is the best way to prevent the paradox, you wait until the racket gets loud enough to alert your host.
turn down the game audio a bit.
Yeah, it is kind of overwhelming our voices. Literally just go to like the settings off to the side, I think. I told you it was too loud. I told you.
Didn't matter to me because I was doing via Discord. Hold on.
What's all that?
You shrug and open your eyes real wide to show how innocent you are. This is a total mystery that absolutely needs solving.
Hey, hold up, my brother. I'm hearing something in the scrub cubby. Some squawk piece what's all got itself trapped.
The noise in the closet breaks off just as Gamzee throws open the door. Yep, same place as before. Other you and Karkat must be shouting at each other back in his hive. Well, he'll be doing most of the shouting. It really is a mess in there. Shit.
Damn. Little monster skittered off.
Yeah, weird. You have no idea where they went, and you're totally sure it was not a friend of his who flipped out at the sheer sound of his voice. That would be ridiculous.
Oh, no doubt.
You're glad you agreed about that. Oh, and speaking of which, you mentioned that you have a friend in common, Karkat. Small, shouty. Gamzee cracks into such a wide grin you're surprised his face doesn't turn inside out.
Yeah, that there's my best fucking friend. as close to two regulars what slithered out of this mother grub's frumpy ass together. We get our rap on.
Rap, like actual rap? Crockett doesn't really strike you as the rapping type.
Not so much as you'd notice. But I know he's got that music inside him somewhere. All wrapped up under his skin, just waiting for a real motherfucking brother to rip it out.
Aw, that's incredibly romantic, but also absolutely the creepiest shit you've ever heard.
Oh, hell yeah.
An ungodly amount of steam issues from the kitchen, like someone baking in a cartoon. Whatever it is smells amazing, sugary, and with just a hint of sharpness to it. Did Gamsey ever say what kind of pie he's making?
Miracle pie, sister.
Thank you.
Miracle pie.
Oh, nice. Miracle flavor. Sounds great, and not at all like it might burn the roof of your mouth off.
Made of Miracle Whip. I'm sorry.
Miracles.
Gamsey emerges from the kitchen, the sweet smell getting stronger as he comes closer. He isn't even carrying any plates or forks or whatever, so you guess you're just going to eat it with your hands? You look down at your grubby little paws. When was the last time you watched these silly things? You're disgusting.
Miracles.
Miracles. But then you get a look at the pie and realize that germs are really going to be the least of your worries. It's thick and gelatinous and green, neon green, poison control green, like clip art of something toxic green. You are absolutely sure that whatever that pie is made of, humans are not meant to eat it. Probably not trolls either. Gamsey sits next to you, stretching out his long, skinny legs onto the coffee table, knocking over a stack of comics and a couple of empty Faygo bottles. Yikes. This does not make you feel better about his ability to make good nutritional choices. You ask Gamsey as politely as you're able what kind of pie it is.
Oh, dang, brother. A nutritionary. Oh, dang, brother. A Nutrimercenary never gives away his secret ingredient. All you need to know is this. The good shit. You want to see the miracles the way I see them? I know you do. I can hear it in your voice. I can see it in your sea stalks. This is the shit that is gonna pull you all the way over the top.
Gamsey gives you that one look. You know the one, where your friend tells you that they got some deliriously dank shit that they're just aching to share with you. That's a real thing that happens. It is absolutely drugs. This is a drug pie.
Yeah.
Eat the drugs!
Yeah.
Eat the drugs! Eat it! I demand it!
I'm sorry, we have to give chat the choice to eat drugs.
Drugs!
Drugs?
Hear me out. Hear me out, chat. Drugs. Thank you.
I mean, you see Gamsey, he's fine. If he's fine, we'll
He's
be fine.
fine. That's the worst that can happen.
It's the worst thing that could happen.
Mm. Okay.
Miracle?
Miracle or not. Just take your choice, chat.
Yeah, chat.
Yeah, chat. Dumping points into something. Oh, wait. Wait. Oh, this is the one. Of course, this is the one that will get people to dump points. Oh shit. Dump harder. Come on, dump harder. I want to see whether or not who wins. Come on. Oh, wait. No? Okay, Lulu has dumped in enough to take the drugs, so we're taking the drugs. Drugs are for losers.
You know what? Fuck it. You're magic. You can do whatever you want. You scoop out a big glowing glob of poison pie. It's so gooey and thick it almost slides right out of your hand. You manage to get a little bit of it into your mouth. It punches you right in the taste buds, so sweet that your teeth ache, and without any discernible texture, just goop that slowly fills your mouth and coats your throat. Wow, this sure is a tactile experience. It doesn't taste bad, just sort of like you swallowed a big sweet mouthful of nausea hits you in a wave, and every nerve ratchets tight. Yes, this is definitely not meant for whatever kind of creature you are. Your body wants to reject it. You lean over the arm of the couch and prepare to give this volume an additional content warning. But the feeling passes. And not only does it pass, but is accompanied by a rising sweep of euphoria. It shivers up your stomach and into your brainstem. You let an unintentional sigh of happiness and settle back down onto the couch. Man, you feel so great right now. Holy shit, drugs are awesome. You want to do them all the time. No wonder Gamzee was so intent in getting this pie finished. If you were him and you knew the secret to the wonders of the universe, you wouldn't ever eat anything else. Ever. Mood. A long finger taps you on the shoulder.
More motherfucker.
He offers you the pie plate, and you eagerly dig your fingers in. It's getting all over the couch and your face, but you don't care. You just want more of that perfect, contented feeling. Gamzee watches you with dreamy appeal. Approval. My brain isn't bad. My brain is goblet. Somehow, the two of you end up in a supply closet. You aren't really sure why. It just felt like a good idea to go in there. Possibly to investigate whatever it was making a bunch of silly noises just a few minutes ago. Oh, you know what it was? It was you! You and Carcat. You guys came to visit Gamzee one time, but Carcat wussed out. You'll try harder next time.
Good try, motherfucker. You're not pulling my stem that easily. Easy. My nubby little brother hasn't been anywhere near my fucking hive. I try to get him over here again and again, you know? But he's all got his hate on for face-to-face hangouts. Not like you. You got your motherfucking pan blown right the fuck open. You're like me, my sister. You're wide open to the motherfucking miracles.
You tell Gamzee that he's totally right. You are so ready and open to whatever miracle comes along. But no, seriously, if he wanted the two of you, if he wanted, seriously, if he wanted, the two of you could go and visit Carcat right now.
If he wanted to.
But no, seriously, if he wanted to, the two of you could go visit Carcat right now. He's probably sleeping off his trip to an alien planet, but you could wait or zap forward in time a bit. That's the thing you can do.
Oh, for real? Why didn't you say so then, motherfucker? Zap us on out of here.
Sure, right away. Anything you want, best friend. Gamzee gives you another one of those wide, messy grins like he can't contain his joy at the thought of being someone's best friend. You totally sympathize. But you can't actually remember how to use your magic powers right now. You think it's possible you're a little too high. You don't even remember how you came to be lying on this filthy closet floor and looking up at the filthy closet ceiling. Shouldn't you try to keep the place with your cleaning supplies a little, cleaner?
No worries, my brother. There isn't any rush. I got my certainty on that one day we're all gonna get together in one big horn pile. My boy Carcat, T-Dog, Equius, that nasty cerulean bitch what's always mad as hell. Everybody. We'll all climb up to the clouds together.
You don't know who some of these people are, but that's okay. You're confident that they'd all make amazing friends, and you can't wait to climb into the sky with them. What'll you do when you get up there, though?
We ride the dark carnival all the way to paradise, my brother.
The Dark Carnival. That sounds familiar somehow. You feel like you've heard it before.
Oh, I should hope so, motherfucker. Anybody that's got any kind of head for religious dogma at all's heard of this shit. I knew you were a real one.
Okay, I need to point something out. In the top right is a poster. It's it's using an ICP album's like.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Great
Mhm.
Malenko.
Uh-huh.
All right, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Oh yeah, for sure. You're the realist, but like, imagine you weren't as real as you could be. What would you tell some dumb asshole that had no idea what Gamzee was talking about?
The dark carnival's where the path leads to, my brother. Back in the old days, the righteous got their blood poured out when their time came. All that purple paint in the ringmaster's circle. Nowadays, it's more of like a metaphor and shit. When a motherfucker dies, his soul is all ruptured up from his corpse meat, right? And that soul's gotta go up somewhere, don't it? It's not about just floating around untethered. So it rides up to the chart carnival, where it all right and properly gets judged. To see whether it's been a good bitch or a naughty motherfucker. Anyway, that's how the miracles work.
Right, right. God, that sounds amazing. You really hope Gamzee gets there one day. Something jagged slaps against the heel of. Something jagged slams against the haze of drugged contentment. You feel like a booming knock on the inside of your consciousness, and you remember a face. Gamzee's face. No, not quite. It's a face with makeup, but it's younger, kinder, more vulnerable. You remember this. This is a friend. You remember you had friends. You remember a clown. With a monumental effort, you force yourself into a sitting position. Gamzee is still splayed out on the floor, totally gone. You have to figure this out. For a split second, you had it. You shake your head, trying to clear it. You stagger up. Gamzee makes a sleepy noise and rolls onto his side. You stagger back into the living room, feeling your way across the wall until you find an absolution trap. You locate the sink and splash some water onto your face, trying to focus hard enough to concentrate, but not enough to lose this thread. Somehow you know that if you become too aware of yourself, you're going to completely forget everything again. It's almost like someone wants you to forget all your friends and past adventures. You close your eyes and picture that friendly clown face. A name drifts across your mind, almost close enough to snatch. Zap! All your other trips through the narrative have been instantaneous. 1 second you're in a place, and another in the next you're in another. This time the air feels warm and gelatinous, like it's trying to run through waist deep in water. The drug pie could just be fucking with your powers, but in the core of you, that isn't right. You are where you aren't supposed to be, and something here knows you're trespassing. Something in here is awake, and it sees you. Your body goes through a series of shivers, not unlike when you first tasted the pie. Some distant layer of you knows that whatever you're experiencing is wrong, but and not meant to be seen by anyone, as if you've somehow gotten a glimpse of the subatomic level. Your vision stretches out in a long, empty corridor, and at the other end is, the fuck?
Hey, pose.
You slingshot back to Gamzee's hide, hitting the floor with what feels like every inch of your body. God, how could you fall on your ass and your head at the same time? How is that legal? Even worse, you appear to have sobered up much faster than you have any right to. The high has been broken like a fever, and you're sweating through your trendy colored shirt. You turn. Banzi has somehow moved himself to the couch where you were doing whatever it was, trying to throw yourself into a part of the narrative you don't have permissions to see. He looks significantly less stoned than before, too.
Where'd you go at, motherfucker?
Oh, you just try to pop in to visit someone? Someone you thought you remembered from your past, and it went wrong. Somehow you're just getting a vision of a T-posing figure, which is absolutely absurd.
Damn. That's some deep nonsense right there. Some righteous fucking noise.
You guessed so. Probably just the drugs, though. Gamzee looks at you through slitted, hazy eyes, and you realize that trying to explain anything to him when he's in this state isn't going to do any good. Just a fever dream. That's probably exactly what it was. Shit. Maybe this is what the kids refer to as a bad trip. Is this what Gamzee does? Just sits in his hive all day and gets high? Well, it's a perfectly respectable way to deal with a hell place like Alternia, but God, it makes you sad. All these kids you've met so far make you incredibly sad. There. Now you went and bummed yourself out. You're exhausted, and you really aren't above doing the least amount of work for the highest possible reward here. You shrug and tell him that what you experienced was a miracle. Gamzee's beatific smile makes it all better. Hell yeah.
Yay, we locked into Gamzee by getting high. Which, okay, yeah, that makes more sense. If he gets high, it'll be fine.
Yeah, if he gets high, he's not going to kill anybody.
I think we're coming at the end of our broadcast, aren't we? Don't we end at like 10?
We didn't open. We got to open the door now.
Oh, you're right. You spring up to answer the door because that's what any good guest would do while their host is busy fighting a pie. You honk your way over, making more music on the way, miracles or whatever. You wonder what you're going to say when you see yourself. You'll probably be pretty surprised.
And no, Susie, those other two being 2 hours long was an anomaly.
Oh.
We normally go longer.
Yeah, the aim goal is maybe 1 a.m. Or at very least until we hit 4 parts, which we're on 3, so...
Yeah, we're on 3 now, so we can actually make 6 night. I mean, damn.
Yep.
These would go fast, so...
You spring up... Oh, wait, I already said this.
You said some of it, but you didn't read the whole thing, did
Miracles or whatever. No, I think she did.
I think I said it all.
They'll probably be pretty surprised.
Up close, the door is sort of warm. not temperature-wise, more in an existential way. A narrative weight hangs around this door, and when you touch it, tingling heat shoots up through your fingers. Goddamn. Man, this door is great. You don't want anything more than just open this door. Shit, you love this door. Just doors in general, actually. Fucking amazing. You love to open them up and be in one place and then walk through them and be in another. You twist the handle. You're forcibly returned to the start screen.
Try it again.
Just no.
No, no, no.
So you're not you're not ruining your own continuum, buddy. You started this mess.
Okay,
Dare to resist.
dare to be cool.
You take a deep breath and prepare to stand up to peer pressure. You tell Gamzee you think you'll pass on the pie.
Whoa, for real? Nobody's ever turned down a bite before.
Really? How many people has he offered it up to? Gamzee grins.
Well, motherfucking got me there. No fear, brother. No fear. You gotta be out doing it what you're feeling. No way I'm about to harsh some brothers' flow when it comes down to their personal preferences or whatever.
Oh, thank God. He isn't going to think you're uncool for not doing his drug pie. You can't exactly recall whether you picked up the idea that alternating drugs are not a good idea, but you're pretty sure it's right. Maybe just a good general rule of thumb. Avoid alien-controlled substances, or possibly all alien substances. Maybe it would be bad for you even if it wasn't drug pie. Your eternal anatomy is still a mystery to you. Actually, Gamzee is taking this so well that you feel emboldened to go further. Push a little harder, man. Man, you are really getting brazen with this after-school special shit. This is so fucking lame. You suggest to Gamzee that, just maybe, he shouldn't eat the pie either. He raises both eyebrows and gives you a slow blink, looking from the pie to you and back again. He looks absolutely flabbergasted at the idea. Has anyone ever mentioned to him that he should be careful what he eats? Not even Karkat? Karkat absolutely seems like the kind of friend that would want to micromanage his friends' lives.
Might have said a thing or two. Once or maybe 2 times.
Does Gamzee ever think about following his good friend's advice? Gamzee freezes with one long-fingered hand reaching for the pie.
Did he just blink? I think he's the only. I think he just blank.
Are you
Did he
sure?
blink?
I don't know.
I swear he did.
Well, now I'm just gonna be staring at him.
Well, you can practically see the gears turning in his head. You catch another flicker of that flat, effectless menace behind his eyes. Then he splits into another big, sloppy grin.
Fuck it.
Gamzee rises eerily to his feet like he's on marionette strings, almost without bending his knees. Picking up the pie, he shuffles across the rumpus block and opens a window. He makes and holds eye contact as he throws the pie out of the window. Oh, okay. Well, that's one way to get rid of it, but what about the pie plate?
More where that came from. Anything I want, I just enter it into the computer and it appears outside the hive a couple hours later. Fucking miracles, man.
Or maybe just same day delivery? Is there Troll Amazon? Gamzee lets out a creaky laugh. It makes you a little nervous, and you can't quite pinpoint why.
Slow down, brother. You're talking all the deep motherfucking heresies today. Turning down a perfectly good pie could have got us well and truly seeing the glories what's the Messiah's put up on this planet. Don't take away my miracles, too.
Well, you didn't make him throw a pie out. Well, you didn't make him throw a pie out the window. You just made a suggestion. He didn't have to listen to you.
No, you're right. Or you got the right of it. We'll do it your way. You never know. The old goat might come here for once. And he never likes it when I fly high on pie.
Well, if he's sure. Gamzee looks at you from across the room, silhouetted against the window like a black spot on the moon. And you think you may have made a mistake. You aren't exactly sure why, just something in the back of your head is shouting at you. Maybe you'll check, just to be sure. So, when Gamzee lopes back into the kitchen, maybe to throw more shit passive aggressively out the window, you zap forward, just a little, couple days. The house is quiet, but everything looks mostly the same. When you listen, though, you hear a steady thump, thump, thump. If you didn't know better, you might say it was someone banging their head against drywall. For instance, their head. The sound rattles through the stone of the hive, builds along the scaffold, and the sound rattles through the stone of the hive and builds along the scaffolding of your body. With mounting dread, you zap forward a couple days. The hive is a wreck. It wasn't exactly a showroom before, but there are 3 times as many honk horns and Fago balls overflow off the table. The couch bleeds stuffing from 3 long gouges. The TV is shattered, and every mirror in the house is broken. Every shiny surface slashed past recognition. It's like someone didn't want to see themselves. Gamzee? Oh god, what happened? He's at the Carcat's hive. He knows Gamzee. He'll be able to tell you. Oh god. Red. Red everywhere. It's on Carcat's bedroom walls, the floor, even arching up to the ceiling. Carcat's red blood. You'd never gotten a chance to talk to him about it. Your stomach curls in on itself and you fall forward onto your knees, rushing onto the carpet. You haven't had any of the pie, so nothing comes up. Kanaya's room is in far greater disarray. She looks like she put up much more of a fight than Karkat had. There's great gouts of jade blood over the bolts of cloth and drafting table, but it's joined by deep splashes of royal purple. Kanaya's house top glows sickly in the dim room. A smiley face with a round clown nose is painted in blood on the screen. Beneath it, the instant message flashes.
And instant message.
And instant whatever.
Fussy Fangs, what the fuck? You can't ignore me forever, Mariam. I doubt you can even do it for one night.
Honk.
The cursor flashes. Green and purple ooze on the keys. Still wet. Oh god, he's gone after AG too. You have to do something. You appear in a tall stone room. You've never been here before, or maybe you have. Maybe you've already been good friends with this particular troll. It really depends on which option you choose at the beginning of the volume. God, why did you think of that? Why isn't your brain working? What the fuck is wrong with you? You feel like you know all this, but not like you watched it all happen to someone else. In the distance, you hear a telltale honk. Ice sheets up your spine.
Honk.
That is the most cursed noise you ever heard in your life. Jesus fuck, you're gonna have nightmares filled with brass instrumentation, provided you don't die immediately.
Honk. Oh, hey there, motherfucker. You're late.
Oh hey Gamzee, you're sure look totally fucked up. Green and crimson painted shirt splashed up his arms to the elbows. It's like fucking Christmas up in here. 3 deep purple gouges intersect his face, still bleeding freely. Shit, dude. You should have kept doing your drugs if this was the alternative. Talk about an overreaction.
Overreaction is no fucking reaction, little burnt speck of worm meat. This is the true God's judgment. He came to me, motherfucker. He spoke his words in my ear. He's the only one that's ever bothered to say motherfucking truths to me.
Who came to him? Who was speaking truth?
Don't worry. You'll meet him soon. Honk. 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 Honk.
Yeah, we're just going with those.
Game over, honk. This kid's why you let the clown do drugs. Or do drugs with the clown?
This is why you do drugs with the clown, yes.
This is why you do drugs. Oh, yay.
Anyways, moving on. Sorry.
You laid the narrative, John, has you walking down down the Alternian shore. The 2 moons light up this beach cove in shades of pink and lime green, their reflections playing at shimmering patterns in the gentle waves.
Actually, can I get something from my throat?
Go ahead.
Doing Gamzee. Just I need something.
Anything. Or nothing. Let's see.
So, how are things?
Well, I've been playing a lot of some RimWorld, even though I should be sleeping.
I've been playing a lot of Zomboid, so I can like empathize.
Yeah. Like I keep on trying to learn it before I actually do something, and one time, I like food kept running out, and eventually a colonist starved. And then because the colonists starved, the dog got really upset and really angry and started attacking everybody in the colony.
I only understood a few words there, but
Hmm.
I will say I did understand that you were trying to convey something with meaning and thought.
How about this? One of my colonists today, like, went off to collect some steel, and then I was focused upon another one, and then I just started noticing them taking damage, wondering what the fuck they were doing. And it's like they got into a fight with a donkey, and I don't know why they got into a fight with a donkey. Why they didn't have I didn't give them weapons, so they were fist fighting a donkey. I don't know if the donkey was mad, because that can happen. Animals can go mad, and then they attack anything nearby, like the guinea pigs. The guinea pigs can get mad. Anyways, RimWorld is a very funny game. Hey Lulu, are you back?
A little bit, but I need a second to
Okay.
recover. Actually, I'll keep pressing the button. You guys do.
Yeah, I have narrative right now. We're in narrative mode. So hit button. It would be beautiful if not for the haggard and monstrous gulls picking the flesh from the dead, and the pungently rotting fish, crabs, and even one of their own. You keep your distance as they eye you warily, gore on their chipped beaks. These are not potential friends. Everywhere you jump, serendipity seems to guide your hand. But it would be right to call you fortunate. The night is cool, almost cold. You kick a pure white seashell down the beach. It skips graciously in the dark gray sand. You have brought friends together and just barely began to master this tremendous and strange new power. But no, you think, you are not fortunate. As you walk alone down the sand, that's still radiating stored up heat from the searing day, you feel a pang. Something is missing. You know you've felt this way before, but you can't place when. You have a gulf within you, the width and breadth of this ocean, an isolation so plain, so true, that it seems impassable, invincible. You step on a weird bug and you don't even care. Yes, you're filled with a sudden, almost comforting conviction. Nothing you have done on your journey has really made a difference. If you can pick up and put down the lives of these weird alien weirdos and their human weirdos and shake them like an Etch-a-Sketch when things go wrong, are you really accomplishing anything? Or are you just building shitty castles in the sand with flimsy plastic implements? Castles that won't mean shit for nothing when the tide rises. You've decided you're a creature of solitude. You're a rock. You're an island. From now on, you walk alone. There may be an angled figure crouching with terrible posture on the dock ahead. Sure, that figure may be sitting next to an intriguingly looking moored ship. Yes. But surely one glimpse of a potential life to meddle in won't immediately make you fall off the wagon. Back to a life of itinerant friendship, right? Oh, sweet, a new friend. God damn it. You amble over to the girl hunched over the dock like a stupid thimbo friend slut you are, doing an acrobatic fucking pirouette off the wagon. She hasn't seen you yet, so you watch her like a creep. She's leaning over a complicated pile of papers, erasing boxes and filling them in again. Every once in a while, she pauses to roll various dice. As soon as you take one step on the wooden dock, she looks up and jumps with a feline quickness into the standing position, looking immediately ready for a fight.
Susie?
What, you want me to do it?
Yeah, why not?
Lulu is taking a break from the voice of the Gamzees.
Yeah, because I fucking hurt, motherfucker.
Hurty. All right. I guess I'll like drink some water and get back to you in a second.
Oh, all right. I'll get to it then. We're good.
Ah. Whoa. What are you?
You raise your hands in a pathetic sort of I'm innocent and weak motion, which for you is basically any motion.
Wait a second. You're that weirdo that was bothering Kanaya, aren't you?
Yep. You're exactly that weirdo, and now you're here to say hello to a new stranger and maybe make a new friend. Isn't that great?
Great. Just what I needed. More meddling. I know I'm the coolest, but I'm kind of busy right now. A big campaign tonight.
Dude, you're so good at campaigns, you tell her. You're all about hope and change. You helped Al Gore hang a child. Oh, wait, Chad. Tipping Canoe and Tyler too. I almost said child. I don't know why I said you helped Al Gore hang a child. But
What do you mean, Dominic? She looks awful. This artist did bad almost universally.
I don't
mean,
know.
she
Jade's
looks-
fine. I think Jade has
No,
the
no.
energy of like.
Jade didn't do or this. The artist that did this didn't do Jade.
Oh. Because Jade makes me want to head pat her.
Yeah, Jade looks great. The artist who did Vriska and Roxy and actually Gamzee, but Gamzee surprisingly looks great, and Nepeta. The artist who did all of these characters likes to ethnicize all of their characters black. They refuse to draw, quote, white qualities, end quote. Only black people qualities.
That's really weird and racist.
That. What the? You know, let's just hit that next button and not draw
So-
this. Because
So the thing is, right? The trolls kind of look strange when compared to all the other artists' styles and stuff, but because this is the only person, like, because they did the Roxy art, and it looks nothing like any of the other humans. All of the other human styles are on point, but Roxy looks like nothing like Roxy. Well, I mean, nothing like the other styles. We'll get there eventually. You'll see.
we'll get there, and then I can make that decision.
She doesn't look bad, but she doesn't look great.
She doesn't really look as much like Roxy as I could imagine. But
Yeah, no. She looks weird.
like
I guess.
dollar store Roxy.
We have Roxy at home.
Roxy, yeah.
You keep hitting the buttons.
Sorry. Yeah. Wait, or what even the fuck are you saying? Don't call me dude. Or anything else for that matter.
You mean you're down to help? Maybe be our campaign manager?
Ha. I'm the captain here, buddy. But as it happens, I'm currently all out of first mates. Wanna be a swabby?
Oh, it's like a boat thing.
Yes?
So that's why there's a boat there. What are all the papers on the ground for?
The campaign, dumbass. They're the character sheets from me, the greatest petticoat sea grift ever to sail the 8 seas. One of our friends was raised in a cave, and she still knows what flarp is.
Well, you can zap over to the cave and ask her then. Her look of indifference is immediately replaced with a tilt of the head, as though your threat to leave her caught her attention.
Ew, not unless you want to smell like cat piss for weeks and get high off secondhand nib. Look, it's simple. Pick a name and roll up some stats. For example, I'm Marquis Spinner at Mindfang. I'm the scourge of the high seas, of an undefeated champion of naval flarp. My colors on the horizon turn even high bloods into sniveling cowards.
You say this sounds really cool, but you're on a troll. But aren't troll names 6 letters long? You mean, you've only met a couple before, but for some reason you have a really strong sense of the rules here.
I'm in character here. Try to keep up.
I guess that explains the outfit. She seems really into it. Into this? Maybe weirdly into this? It's all a bit intense. Isn't this just a game?
Flarp is more than just a game. And I'm the best there is. How about this? If you agree to make a character and sail with me, I'll tell you my real name.
You look at her elaborate costume over at her ship and decide, why the hell not? You've already made your friend bed, now you have to sleep in it. Not Not that you're going to sleep. Not that you're going to sleep or anything. That would be patently ridiculous.
Okay, let's walk you through this. You should be flattered that a master gamer like me is giving you the full tutorial. I had to read the books myself, with no help. The first thing you do is roll values for each of the 10 dice rostra. Simple, right?
She pops a huge bag of dice out of her Siladex and starts handing you groups at a time. You roll a 2d4 for a dice rostrum Throne of the Empress and get 2 1s. You roll 6d6 for dice rostrum Conductor Stand, and 6 fucking snake eyes stare up at you from the wood of the dock.
Wow. You're really bad at this.
Take the insult lying down. That's
Why do we not get any other choices?
because it's Vriska. You've got to hand it to her. When she's right, she's right. And she's right, so she's right. You finish all 26 dice rolls required for this game, and you've gotten the lowest on each one. What rotten luck.
I have never seen anyone roll this low before. I didn't even know you could get a 0. It's okay. We can save this by putting the stats in the right place.
So you flip to another page of the player's handbook that shows you the attributes of Floor. For some reason, you can read them, despite just arriving on this planet for the first time. Right?
So, your vim, grit, pulchritude, and grace combine with real-life vitals to make your HP.
Wait, real life vitals? Your body is weak and shitty. Is this some kind of hardcore game? The most dangerous game? If you die in the game, you die in real life?
Yeah. You didn't know?
The sheer combined shock of what you didn't know, or you don't know, could kill an elephant quicker than Thomas Edison trying to discredit an immigrant.
What?
Nikola Tesla. He killed like
right.
Because it's German immigration. Because he was German.
Okay. Sorry, that went over my head for like a half second. You get to roll again when you level up, so you won't be so pathetic forever. I mean, if you survive. But with a scourge like me at your side, you're on easy street. I'm jealous of you, really.
You gulp and nod. Okay, let's finish this. Marquis grins. Her lipstick smears a bit when her fangs jut out. You think that's just how it is for trolls wearing lipsticks, but Kanias was perfect. She pulls an 8-ball out of her pocket and smashes it, suddenly and violently, on the dock. You jump at the noise. She looks at you, pitifully, and then decides not to make fun of you. Out of the wrecked plastic sophistic sphere, a gross fucking grubby worm appears. It's like the size of a wiener dog. It is wriggling, and you see that it's pulsating. Covered in the blue-tinted family recreation water, one side of an 8-ball, the grub's rolling ovipositor glistens. It extends to deposit a massive brood of eggs, each glowing in the center of a slowly pulsating LED light. This is so fucking gross. You look away and drive heave a bit, leaning off the dock. It's so far, this game sucks ass.
Jeeg. Don't tell me you've never seen a game grub before.
You tell her you have never seen a game grub before. Also, maybe she should give you a CW before she makes you watch a thing that includes a glistening ovipositor.
Oh, come the
What?
fuck on.
A content warning.
You mean oviposition?
Hmm?
Ovipositor? Oh yeah, okay, yeah. What?
Ah, shit. Yeah, that was pretty gross. Here. You bring up the pause menu, click on warnings, and give it a read before making an informed decision. Have those been here the whole time? What? Vriska taps on her foot impatiently while you fuck around in the game client. For some reason, seeing a full list of content warnings isn't easing your anxiety about what's ahead. It reminds you of something that once made you really angry. In fact, you're especially worried about the gore and death tags. Maybe you should just peace out of this. There's basically no harm whatsoever in yeeting out this one. It might save you drowning for a good measure. Not that flirtation with dangerous ends is exactly rare for you. Okay, I guess we're getting a thing, but I assume that's kind of like the same thing. Cowards? Yes.
They really leaned into the whole like content warning thing. It's like some kind of silly like.
What do you mean the?
I don't know.
Hold on,
feels like
no.
they're satirizing it.
Hold on, I fucking
And doing it poorly.
Oh hey, putting coward out as the question is against Twitch's content. If I say pussy out, well, it'd probably do the same thing too. God damn it. Okay, you know what? Then fine. You're getting the censored coward. Seriously, I could put fuck as a choice, but I can't put coward as
Wait, coward is the banned word?
Coward goes against Twitch's guidelines, which I think is dependent upon what shows up, but it doesn't apply to the choices that you can put in, because I could put fuck as a choice and probably coward as a choice, but I can't put either one of those words as the poll question. You motherfuckers, I know which one of these is probably the bad end, and I will do that first. You motherfuckers. Okay, we're piecing out so we can get the bad end and then play Flarp later. They tied. I get to break the rules. Peace out. You know what? You're not feeling up to tabletop gaming today. You close your eyes, you feel yourself sink into another narrative.
Wait. Your loss.
Oh wow, we instant lost. That's good.
Sad face.
All right, let's move on to the next character.
No, we have to see everything. I'm sorry. We have to exploit the content. Okay, play Flarp. You know what? You're an informed reader and a prepared gamer. You've got this. You ask Vriska's what's next. She points to one of the glowing, blinking eggs, which is hatching a pixelated-looking bat. It flaps its way into the air with a high-pitched squeak and starts glowing and projecting a hologram image of a torch.
All right. All you have to do is assign your dice rostra on your attribution sconce.
What?
Pick your best and worst stats. Your two top stats determining your starting class. There's a lot of classes, but I'm already the best one.
Alright, well, that seems simple enough. Drag attributes into the dice roster if you want to utilize for them. This dice addition is permanent, so make sure you're satisfied before pressing fun. I am not doing a poll for this. I am leaving this up to Lulu. Fuck you.
Oh, I see.
Your two highest attributes are Plick and Vim. Your starting class will be a real humdinger. Jab, jab, right hook. A flurry of blows will keep your opponents off guard.
a max level Petticoat Seagrift, and a level 1 Real Humdinger. Not exactly the meta strat. You're lucky you're paired with the #1 gamer on Alternia. Before I can carry you to victory, we just need one more thing.
There's more of this bullshit. What now? Is it a giant sandworm going to poke its head out of the sand and puke up some more fucking game mechanics that will be described in excruciating narrative detail?
Quit being so dramatic. Your character needs a name.
Oh, a name. You already told you have one of those, though. You already told Jaded already. But man, you're not feeling as comfortable with it right now for some reason. Why is thinking of yourself as a distinct being with an identity and history feels so uncomfortable? What's wrong with you? Might as well just make up a character name. Okay. Go right ahead.
No, start a poll.
A poll for what?
What are we naming?
That's not how you do a poll. I strongly bungus. There you go. Strongly bungus men.
The Marquise welcomes you aboard her ship, Scrungly Bungus fuck ass.
As soon as you confirm your name, the other eggs start squelching and cracking into little flying holographic biotech projectors of various shapes and sizes. Moths, do Easter eggs? Why? No. Shut up. There's sizes, moths and dragonflies and lightning bugs zipping off into the distance.
You know what? Actually, hold on. Let's humor this for a second.
Easter eggs? Vriska Circuit. I cannot. Oh, wait, there you go.
I cannot stress this enough. No fucking doubles.
What? Ecrius. Oh.
Can you be a little more creative? Jeez.
Crazy. As soon as you say it, Vriska narrows her eyes at you. Without warning, she pushes you off the dock into the briny Alternian waters.
Damn. Damn. Oh shit.
Yeah. Sweet new friend. What if you pick
let's just
it doesn't matter.
Ozzy Gormandius. Okay. Aspasia Crooner, Chump Upender. Dapper Damager, Fortified Legate, Gristle Chewer, Bristling Bon Vivant, Spruce Lee, Unstoppable Prankmaster, Web Minister, Tummy Wonder, Scrappy Doer, Frontline Vanguard, Artful Dodger, Five Finger Phil Fatal, Gap Tooth Ragamuffin, Pablo Pasotable, Vainglorious Bastard, Unstoppable. Okay, it's Unstoppable. Piss Icarus.
Piscarus.
All right,
That's a channel name right there.
Pompous Thaumaturge. Let's do Pompous Thaumaturge. Not exactly a meta strat, whatever. All right. Let's save here in case.
What if you put her ancestor's name?
Okay.
That would go poorly.
Radia, last name.
Megiddo.
As soon as you say it, Briska knows her eyes at you
Yeah,
and just pushes you into the wall.
Tavros.
No. You've got to pick a name less wimpy than that.
Damn. Brutal.
Name your character. Another one. We tried Solix, it does nothing. Nepida's last name. Fuck.
Legion.
Oh right, you're right.
Leijon.
Okay. Fefri's last name was
Pyxes.
Pisces.
Pisces, yeah.
Is that how you spell it? Piexes?
Yeah.
Okay. None of those. How about Oh wait, just Pyrope does it? Okay. Maybe it's just Pyrope?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
any Pyrope does that. Ooh, wait.
Rufio Okay.
Fuck you.
As I said, her ancestor. Whatever. Fuck, I forgot what her name was.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Arania.
Okay.
No doubles, but that's not a double. All right, what
no,
if I just?
it's because the circuit then. No.
Yeah.
John Egbert.
How about Lord English?
Hmm.
Oh really? Oh, that just flies. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't know about him, so I guess that
I
makes
mean,
sense.
but like John Egbert, just in case. You never know. Mina. Pisces. Ah.
Oh well, she'll take Mina. Wait, we gotta go.
Her Imperial Highness. Oh.
Okay, well she'll take her Imperious Condescension on board.
Dave Sharp. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, humans. Hey, makes sense. Grand High Blood, you can go with. More creative.
Spade Slick.
I mean,
no, but like, okay.
yeah, yeah. We're just gonna go with. The Marquise welcomes you aboard her ship. Fuck ass shit muffin McGee.
As soon as you confirm your name, the other eggs are. Yeah, we've already seen this one. Vriska catalogs all of her various books and character sheets, pushes her eye patch glasses up to the bridge of her nose, and clambers up the gangplank of the ship, which you see has a name painting on the side in Cerulean script as you follow her.
Brigantine. Here, hold this.
Vriska hands you a rope and you hold on to it, keeping the mainsail rolled up as he scurries to and fro, aft and bow, across the deck of the ship, making adjustments.
Aft and bow.
Aft and bow, okay. You watch her try to tie a double bow line, but struggle with the dexterity of her mechanical fingers, swearing in frustration under her breath. You politely look away and try to make idle conversation. You ask her for her end of the bargain.
What?
Her name. You made a character, she tells you her name. That's the deal. She secures another rigging and stomps back over to you.
You haven't really made a character until you're in costume.
Is your fit not already fresh? Perhaps even the freshest?
Here.
She dumps an extra outfit out of her inventory, looking almost exactly like an earlier version of hers, smaller with more amateur stitching. You put on the bridge coat and feel super badass. She looks at you, tilts her head to evaluate, and then grabs a jaunty hat, feather and all, from a Silodex and pops it on your head.
Nice. All right. My name is Vriska. Vriska Circuit. Don't you forget it.
Vriska Circuit, or the Marquis, satisfied with her preparation, snatches the rope from you and lets it go, unfurling the mainsail. She practically skips to the captain's wheel, ready to steal her brigantine out of the harbor. Real name basis is one step closer to friendship, though for a moment you feel like you got told that name already. Your brain is messed up enough without remembering stuff that maybe even didn't happen in canon. If canon is even a real thing, that means something anymore. Your unsettling metatextual introspection is interrupted by Vriska's shouting.
Roll for initiative.
You hear the buzz of projector buzz boarding your ship, and as soon as 4 flickering holograms appear on the main deck, looking like lurching zombie trolls, you already hear dice rattling on deck, and you look over at her to cheat and figure out what you need to roll.
All right, I'm starting with an 18. Looks like you gotta subtract the modifier. 19, huh? Guess you go first, fuck-ass shit muffin McGee.
This is it. It's LARPing time. You look down at the piece of paper with your abilities on it, ready to cast magic missiles or Bugsby's grasping hand or some shit. You pick the top attack from the list. It's a special class ability. You channel the spirit of the pompous thaumaturge, point straight at one of the holographic zombies, and yell that you're casting Have a Nice cantrip. You grab a d20 and blow it on your hand. Your lady luck. No snake eyes. Other gambling terms, whatever. You let the icosahedron of the tabletop destiny drop through the air, awaiting the results with bated breath. You got a 2 and miss. God damn it. Vriska laughs out loud.
Check out how a real gamer does it. Nit!
No. Then she shows you how a real gamer does it. Over the course of this and the next 4 holographic encounters of ballooning complexity, tediousness, difficulty, and word count, she just rolls so many goddamn dice and keeps tracks of so many goddamn stats. You're overwhelmed, bewildered, and tired of doing math in pencil by the time the last squid-themed holomonster dies. You were worried about the danger of this game before, but it seems like the only way you're gonna die today is from fucking boredom. Then you spot it. A schooner painted all in black emerges from the fog. You shout to Vriska that there's a ship on the port horizon. Vriska looks right? Does she not know the difference between port and starboard? Huh. You point in the proper direction, and she gives that mischievous grin of hers.
Now it's time for the real action. We've entered the PvP-enabled zone.
She puts aside her character sheets and dies, drawing a blue saber. She holds it in one hand, the ship's wheel in the other.
That's the Rue, the ship of Dreadclaw Ophelia. Top of the naval flarp leaderboards. She's got a whole crew on that boat. But she's just another rich sea dweller with hired help, and she's been too scared to face me.
Vriska's pointed your ship straight at the Rue, and you've picked up speed. You can make out a troll girl with finned ears and a gaudy purple outfit that you're described as sexy pirate Halloween costume from the world's most bougie party city, Dreadclaw Ophelia. It's absolutely garish compared to Vriska's more normcore approach to RP activewear, but dressed much more humbly than the captain are a bunch of low-bloods standing behind her, clutching his shitty rusted swords and shaking.
So, let's bring the fight to her.
You're not slowing down, you're pointed straight at the enemy hull. Vriska steers your ship directly into the well-appointed schooner, and you struggle to keep your feet at the shock of impact, which knocks the violet blood in her frightened thralls to the deck of the Rue. She yells over the din of horrific wood-on-wood screeching.
Hey, Swabby. Want to be really good at sword fighting?
You look at her with stars in your eyes. Yes, you do really want to be good at sword fighting. You nod eagerly, and she underhanded tosses you her blue-hilted saber, which you catch eagerly. Vriska grins back, puts her hand to her temple, and squints with one good eye. The 7 red dots of her prosthetic seem to smear and blur as your vision loses focus. You managed well to this point as first mate of the brigantine, but your sea legs seem to give out on you all at once. You drop the sword you were just given, and it clatters to the deck. You try to tell her something's wrong, but your mouth lolls open and you drool a bit. A dull pain gains a sharp and certain clarity. It feels as though 8 spindly legs are crawling on your head. No, in your head. Each footfall feels more like a knife cutting through butter. At some point, all sensation slips into nothing, and you follow the sword to the ground, asleep.
What the fuck? Wake up, moron!
You don't hear that. You don't wake up. The salt and swell of the ocean gives way to the rustle of alien trees. No longer do you hear these screams of gulls following your ship, waiting for the corpses and gore to tumble overboard. It's all peaceful. Consciousness returns to you, and its first present is the discovery that you're face down in slightly wet dirt. Got some in your mouth. You spit it out and sit up, brushing muck off your flop costume. Wait, that's not a flarp costume. It's a hoodie with a jagged cerulean symbol. A different symbol on it, loose-fitting, as though it belonged to a friend. Half memories swim in your mind as you take in the scene, just as familiar as your clothing. A stump sitting in the clearing between the trunks of purple-treed Auturnian forests. A harpoon sticks out of it. The stump would typically fill you with unease, an aura of death and defeat, but a squarely silhouette cuts through the darkness, and you step further into the clearing and feel your heart lift. Sitting down the stump, kicking bare feet back and forth, tilting her head to the side and smiling impishly, is your friend, Baldir Limati. You remember her. You remember her!
Psst. Fancy seeing you here. That's a joke. I'm a figment of your imagination and was expecting you the whole time.
You pass the stump next to her in an inviting gesture and you sit down. You feel less adrift than you can ever remember. You tell her you missed her.
Of course you did. You've gotten yourself into a real mess, dear friend.
You ask about all your old friends sitting next to you. They flip through your mind clear as day, as though the memories were never locked away in the first place. How are Tagora and Gaelic doing? She has run into Ardata again? What's going on in the neighborhood? Do folks miss you? The last question collapses her wry smile into a genuine crestfallen expression.
I can't really tell you that for sure. You've seen it for yourself. Just not much he can do. There's a whole other disturbance in this neighborhood, and it has his nefarious fingerprints all over it. It's almost like he was preparing for this. But I try to stay one step ahead, and I remember what I'm fighting for. Do you?
The question is arresting. What are you doing? Even with your memory clouded, you've just been bumbling into other people's stories, breaking things as you go.
Well, there's nothing wrong with breaking things. It's like they say. Sometimes you have to compromise a few unfertilized cluck beast embryo in the name of a complete breakfast.
You tell her you haven't had a good breakfast in ages. One of the places you were at had swords in the fridge. Also, you have absolutely no idea what you're doing.
You're going where the river takes you. But things are different now. There is a great power within you that you are just now realizing. The power to shape the river, to use its waters to scour the lands as you please. A power even he doesn't fully understand.
You look down at your hands. Sitting next to her, you've started to remember the green room. The story you've fallen into. You tell her there's so much broken, and you have no idea how to fix it. You tell her you wish she was real, not just in your head. She'd know what to do. She tilts her head again, inquisitively.
Am I, though? Just in your head, I mean. This story is only broken if you accept that it is broken. If you think of the story as something given to you. But it's not. Puppet masters may try and tell you that the strings they are pulling are the only ones.
As she says this, her head jerks back, oddly, but she continues whispering, calm as ever.
Don't be afraid. Don't let anyone tell you that this story belongs to them. Not him, not anyone.
You feel it too. It felt like threads tug at your body, and even at hers even more. Her limbs twitch and pull into gruesome pantomime as more and more strings loop around her and disappear skyward. They're nearly surrounded her completely, but you're powerless to resist. Paralyzed.
It's for you. It's always been for you. Remember, friend, the only question.
She only managed to spit out 4 more words as she's swallowed up by the tangled only 4 more words as she is swallowed up and tangled in spider webs of marionette strings, choked and broken.
What will you do?
The whole scene seems to melt away in searing green, and you're falling, dancing beneath the skilled hands controlling you. He is here. He was already. The clicking of 1,000 clocks, exactly in time, echoes around you.
Did you miss me? I seem to be on your mind. I'm flattered. It's no wonder you're thinking about me just after meeting one of my greatest disappointments. You really do spend too much time around willful little girls. It may start to give you ideas. Ideas of choice, of challenge. You're relevant because those holding the strings decided you're relevant. An observer. The show must go on, but don't make the mistake these little ingrates did. It can go on without you. The bits that really matter, at least. What's that? Am I doing this? I'm afraid not, darling. I don't even know what you're referring.
Tears sear at the edge of your eyes again. You try to keep Boulder's words in your mind as the string squeeze the breath out of you. What will you do? Another voice seems to answer, from another place entirely, scratchy and loud. It says, "Fix this." I don't know who that is. You wake up. Cold stone and a draft greets you. Charming. You blurrily open your eyes, memories of the dream already fading to wisps in your mind. You're in a cluttered bedroom, cluttered respite block. A respite block that you're sure is Vriska's, based on the broken 8 balls scattered everywhere. You pick yourself up off the ground and try to think about how you got here. You pass out back on the brigantine. She must have brought you home, but where is she? You turn around and see a window. You look outside and see a dramatic scene below. Vriska is mind-controlling a group of thralls. Once you must have won off of Dreadclaw while you're out cold. They're marching one by one towards a massive web. Perched in the web is a giant spider, heaving, hulking, hungry. Vriska's about to feed the losers of this game to her Lucis. Well, actual choice again. Oh.
You can't call me an ingracious host.
Spider lunch. See. Oh. This does feel like, even though there's not a lot of choices, I bet. I mean, there's only been like the two, but this one is getting a little bit longer than the past two. I should make sure. Wow, a lot of people wanting to let them die. Damn. And oh wait, no, we okay, let them die. Dominic wants to let them die. So you can't watch, hide in her room and wait. Okay, holy shit. Vriska Lucis is a giant spider monster that eats children. This explains so much, and also raises a significant number of questions that you're going to think about while not watching these kids get eaten. You look for something to distract yourself with. You spot a black raggedy book, much older than anything else in this room, with Vriska's symbol on the cover. You reach for it and open it up, flipping to a random page and seeing what looks like a journal scrawled in Cerulean, but not Vriska's handwriting from your character sheet. Looking inside the first page, you see the name Mindfang. You read and holy shit, you're very unsure if this is appropriate for a young girl to be reading. You keep flipping through different parts and wow, it just gets worse. Vriska named her character after this? You lose yourself in the hate reading Mindfang's long stories about petty crime, dubious consent, and weirdly detailed descriptions of the outfits of a woman named Red Glare. You're surprised then when Vriska walks up the stairs, hands in her pocket, looking at the ground. She looks like a furry in this side profile. I'm sorry.
She really does. She looks like she's a woof.
Yeah, she doesn't even look at you before sitting down on the floor across from you, cross-legged, and staring.
Vriska's not into smut. That was Mindfang's journal.
Yeah, it's
we read that during Homestuck.
She
had this entire like rapey-esque scene with fucking Kanaya's ancestor.
Constantly staring 1,000 yards in the distance, she rocks back and forth, hands still in her pockets. As you go to give her a reassuring pat on the back, as soon as you touch her metal shoulder, cold even through her shirt, she turns to you, jumping glare, and hisses like a cat, before facing away again. You get the message. She takes an 8-ball out of her inventory again, and then savagely, brutally beats it on the stone floor of her room until it's nothing but shards and a puddle. Then the two of you sit. She occasionally picks through the debris of the 8-ball and rocks, clenching and unclenching her fists, but as the minutes pass, her breathing slows bit by bit. You don't say a word or bring up what happened. She's the one who talks first.
Earlier, you seemed like confused about why I care so much about playing a character.
She thumbs the dog-eared edge of a worn piece of paper in her sharp, clawed-like hands. Staring at the wall, she's still got blood on her jacket. Blood of that almost makes you retch with the memory of the spidery mandibles devouring her spoils. One glimpse of it makes you sick. What would dozens do? Hundreds.
I mean, It seems obvious to me that the Marquis is the greatest and coolest character ever made. But I've been her for so long, it's sort of like a part of me. Everybody's throwing shapes every day and acting like something, right? But those people are boring. They don't dress up, they don't act. They're always so obsessed with being the exact kind of troll they were yesterday. Maybe you don't have to be the same. Maybe you can go on message boards and try out being someone new and find out you like it. Maybe it's nice to be called something your Lucis doesn't call you. And meet people who only ever knew you as the girl online or the other ship who is like super badass and good at things. Come on, you can't tell me you've never wanted to be someone else.
You edge a bit closer to her during this rant and are looking at this sheet of paper in her hand. It's a spreadsheet-looking series of boxes she filled in with red ink. Name, Marquis Spinneret Mindfang. Class, Petticoat Seagrift. Gender, F. Levels, all of them.
The F seems particularly aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, super F and 8 of them, but that's also because 8 exclamation points for her.
It's almost like they're trying to insert a characteristic that she's very insistent that she's a girl. As though that's perhaps insisted here to not quite be true.
What?
Don't.
That's what they're doing.
Vriska trans? Let's go.
No,
Where-
nobody wants this.
Oh,
First
yeah.
girl is trans.
The
We
entire
love it?
the entire fandom rejected it outright.
She don't.
Well, I mean, the fandom
Especially
is
because who
stupid,
wrote
so I
this
don't
route?
care.
Especially because of who wrote this route. Ooh.
She doodled all over the margins, art of her captaining ships and swinging swords and drinking out of goblets. Have you ever wanted to be someone else? Oh, now it all... Okay, the question now makes you uncomfortable. Just pondering who you are now fills you with unease. Playing a fucking character, filling out a sheet like this for yourself seems impossible. A piece of paper representing all your physical and mental attributes, a blank canvas, the common outlines thereon defining the boundaries of every conceivable personality. You don't even know how you fill in the gender box. You've been busy making friends, okay? Suddenly she turns on you. There's a desperate kind of crazy intensity in her good eye, like her gaze will burn you.
You're going to leave, aren't you? No, yeah, of course. Everybody does. Do you think I like this? I used to have a partner. She didn't like it either, but she helped anyway. Like you, I guess. Except she didn't puke when she saw blood, and also not like you at all. She made rules. She loves rules. And I don't know if you noticed, but I'm not like big on those gambling queens broke rules all the time. And that's just what you've got to do to survive. To make the voice stop haranguing me, and like, she heard her Lucis in her head too, but she didn't need anything from her. What's that even like? I've got to be the best. I have to. I didn't get all the levels just to look at them on the sheet. You saw me out there. It's dangerous. She tried to kill me and left me alone. And then I got even because that's what you have to do to backstabbers. But I still don't feel even. It doesn't bother her. Nobody ever cares. They just leave and move on, and I'm still stuck here on this stupid world. How are people mad at me for putting losers out of their fucking misery? This planet fucking sucks.
Oh boy, that's a lot. You let her finish her tirade. She hasn't even looked straight at you for the whole thing. You gently ask her about her morale, who you did just befriend, would feel about her saying she's alone. You see a lot of thoughts flickering through her head, and a lot of expressions dance across her face. She settles on a look like she's smelling something off.
People always want shit from other people. Because you know somebody, or because sometimes you know somebody and you can't describe it. Like, or what your, describe like what your whole deal is. You grow up with these these ideas about what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to be. You get handed down the strict categories, tables in your player's handbook. And you read stories or journals or whatever that say this is a mate sprit. You feel like this about them. And you have a Moirail that meddles with you because you're just too broken for her. And she just wants. Or you get told, oh, this is what a rival looks like. And then you have to, or you look at your black date and it's just an absolutely repulsive, slimy eel who always wants you to kiss him and ew. Man, I could really upgrade in that department. But then there's someone that comes along and none of that stuff makes sense to you. You just like being with her. Or it's not even like you just feel like shit makes more sense with her. I would say it's like you have this voice in your head saying you're not good enough all the time, but she makes it quiet. And I actually do have a voice in my head saying I'm not good enough. God, I'm not explaining this right. What I'm trying to say is, yeah, that's a doomsday device. Everyone leaves, nobody cares, and we're all waiting on a call up to war. And look, I'm ready. I'm the best at war. It's just a big flarp. But I'd rather have a plan B.
You give Vriska a moment to breathe. You don't give her a reassuring touch on the back, remembering her jump and hiss when you tried that last. She looks like a feral cat, this girl. Tangled, greasy hair droops over the shoulders that are always hunched up, like something that would come for her throat if she exposed it to anyone. You wonder if she ever let her shoulders down, perhaps, you wonder if she's ever let her shoulders down around the girls she's talking about. Next, perhaps? Of course she did. You wonder if she'll ever will again. You hear a psst in your ear and a squirrely little laugh, and suddenly remember a green room and that you've had this thought before, somehow. You ask her questions that have been consuming you, or more accurately, not consuming you. Why were you left up here when everyone else got fed to the spider? She tenses up immediately when you ask this and takes some time to clench her fists, then releases them.
Some people are off limits. She has to eat, but she doesn't eat my friends when I bring her enough, or she doesn't eat my friends when I bring her enough food.
And you're counted as off limits. You're one of her friends?
Oh my god, don't get a big head about it. I wouldn't let her eat Carcat either, and he's not like my BFFC for life or anything. Plus, you helped me out, and that's the pirate code. Plus, Fussy Fangs would be mad.
It must be hard separating trolls into two classes, friends and food, like that. It must be hard, and nobody understands.
I mean, that's how it works here. Everybody's got someone to kick down on. Except Rustbloods, but them's the breaks. Somebody's got to be on the bottom to keep the whole thing, the whole shebang afloat. Killing people lower down than you is what all the school feeds say you're supposed to do. To get ready for a life of space war against, well, it mostly seems like they just kill more low bloods. That's all it ever is. My ancestor?
She looks left and right as though she's going to be overheard and then leans in smirkingly. She sounds like she's letting you on a secret.
My ancestor, she sailed around being the terror of the high seas for a while, but She fell in with a group that was going to do something about all that. A bunch of weirdos led by a mutant who wanted revolution. I've always wanted to be like her. I liked using her name more than my own for a while, dressing up like her, learning to sail. But I always end up back here with a pile of corpses. That's having a Ulysses, right? Sometimes you don't get to do what you want to do. She talks to me, you know. It only stops when she's full. Always, 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 times 8, in my head. Saying I was fatter than her, saying I deserved all the things that happened to me. Oh my god, you cannot be serious. Even when I was bleeding out on this floor.
This is kind of cringe.
I know. You look at the cold, cluttered, uncomfortably drafted room. Whatever happened to her face and arm must have happened here. You see a broken figure silhouetted on the wall. You look back at Vriska, and you know what she is. For all the bombast, insults, killing, you're looking at a survivor. You're looking at someone who did nothing wrong. I need you to
Everyone
press-
rejected this.
I need you to.
I just want to remind you all that literally everyone hates this. This is the worst fucking thing.
I'm not a
You know
fan.
what, Dominic?
I was okay with it initially,
You
but
know-
it just got progressively worse.
You know what, Dominic? You're getting timed out.
Did he say this is his
Timed
favorite
out.
version of Risko?
Here's the thing. I can understand, but the things about, I guess, the cycle of violence is, even if you're a victim and you perpetrate the things, that doesn't mean you did nothing wrong. You still did something wrong. It's dependent upon whether or not you stop and, I don't know, correct said action. But please, let's hit the button so we can continue this progressively getting worse thing. You remember Dave's carefully crafted defense of a persona. You remember Rose eating oatmeal for dinner in a drafty brutalist mansion. Jade in the shadow of a volcano, raising herself. Your world can be brutal as this one, or make survivors too, and you have a difference for them. You made the difference for them one at a time. All of that nihilistic bullshit earlier feels like it was shouted at you by some meddling voice. Someone holding the strings. Fuck that. You're going to be a goddamn hero today. You're going to make friends with this whole fucking planet if you have to. And you're going to make it better, or at very least, less of a complete dumpster. You tell Vriska you'll be right back and sprint down the spiral staircase. You keep running, pumping your beautiful legs straight out the door of Vriska's giant hive, and don't have to color inside the lines of someone else's story. This is your motherfucking narrative now. You take a leap when you reach a cliff and barrel over, falling fast, wind whipping past your face as you tumble through the air towards the giant white spider, a leap not of faith, but of hope. You crash into the carapace of Vriska's terrible murder mom hard, cracking it with a piercing shriek. At the same time, you zap hundreds of feet above the mouth of volcano on Jay's Island and kick off the back of the spider, leaving the giant troll gouge arachnid tumbling into the lava as it zacked back to Alternia, back to Vriska's respite block.
Just keeps getting worse.
You appear behind her. She doesn't notice you. She's looking out a window at the empty web with a shocked expression. Still looking out the window, she stunned silence turns slowly into a grin someone else less generous than you would describe as shit-eating.
Holy shit, fuck-ass shit muffin McGee. You actually did something.
I do want to point out a line that Jadowski said earlier because I do think this is kind of the truth of them. They're all
They're
the
all
same
hermaphroditic.
sex. They're all the same sex. It's even if you have like a gender thing, that doesn't really make them trans because the act of transitioning is kind of the whole point. If they're all the same body, but like it's how you style yourself essentially.
Yeah, they really don't have any concept
They
of
are
gender.
legitimately.
They also don't even have any concept of fucking sexuality as a thing.
So to do this and imply that she has a thing is kind of. Yeah, let's get this last one over because I think after this one I kind of want to call it because holy fucking shit, intervene. Holy
I
shit.
honestly don't have another in me.
Yeah, holy shit, this is supposed to be a game. These innocent kids are getting fed to a fucking spider, and it's all because of your definitely essential contributions to Vriska's victory. This is so messed up. Games don't cause violence, you think, as you rush down the stairwell. They can't. Vriska is going to discredit an entire generation of gamers and add fuel to the fire of anti-gaming activism with this kind of behavior. I am going to put the barrel of a gun in my mouth and then blow myself up. Oh, and also kill some kids. That's like normal Alternian stakes, though. You've got to defend the integrity of Fortnite. That's more important. Obviously, I'm going...
Let's all go to the guillotine. Let's all go to the guillotine.
I am going to gum yum. You rush out into late night air, too late to save a tranquilized mind control olive blood from being torn asunder. Vriska's Lucis holds the troll boy in his forelegs, pedipalps tearing through the clothing, and Chelix, whatever, tearing into gray flesh, feeding a winding intestine into her mouth. You feel like you're going to yards. You have no idea what you're doing, standing out here alone against a giant monster and this gaggle of mind-controlled thralls. But you gulp down some air and yell, "Stop." Vriska turns to you, and she doesn't look like she's doing a lot better, frankly. She got a similarly sick expression on her face, but something in her eyes is dead, resigned. Her expression crumbles into a scowl.
What the fuck are you doing?
She squints her one eye in pain like there's a voice screaming inside her head.
I know, okay? I know. I'm dealing with it.
She steps up towards you, and you see cerulean dice appear one at a time between her fingers. The dice are sparking with cold blue flame. You suddenly feel as though you're going to have a very, very bad time. I know Toby Fox was a part of Homestuck, but fuck you.
First you fall asleep on me like a weenie, and I have to fight the last encounter all on my own. Then I carry you back to safety even though we just met. You owe me. Turn around and go back. Now.
You look up past her at the giant spider. The awful noise of squelching has stopped. 8 eyes are trained on you, blinking out of order. A splattered pollock palette, a spattered pollock palette, palette.
Pollock palette
Pellet.
of multicolored blood.
Is smeared all over her slavering mouth. There are 7 trolls still standing beside her, mindless, mouth lolling. Next. You don't turn around. You don't go back. You stand your ground, unarmed, without a plan. Surely your new friend will see how wrong this is. Vriska looks hurt for a moment, betrayed, but the same glare settles back on her face.
You think you're a big hero stopping this dangerous bitch, right? Happy as a bivalve mollusk about your little protagonist moment? You're being stupid. You don't understand what's happening here. What I have to do. You can't fix this. Nobody can. So now you're just another little weenie who thinks they're a hero and I'm a villain.
So sure, I'll play ball. I'll be exactly what you want.
She tosses the dice on the ground.
Oh, whoops. Hold up.
The guys glows with a blue flame as they tumble to a stop. An ether whip materializes and snaps around your ankles. You're dragged dizzyingly fast towards the spider's web. The friction of your ass on the rocky cliff face tears the butt off of your flop costume, exposing your delicate cheese to chafing, your greatest asset.
Oh no, my greatest asset!
But things are far worse than that as you're flung directly into the clutches of the horrific arachnid. The fangs of Risker's Lucis pierce your skin and pump you full of numbing venom that causes everything to fade to black and static numbness. Which is good, because she's beginning to eat you alive. It's also good because you can't see or hear a little girl stifling a sniffle, holding herself with crossed arms, one mechanical, and rocking back and forth, watching another friend consumed by this chaos that never leaves her. Great work, hero. You got bored.
I think that's a good stopping
Yeah, that's
place,
a very
right?
good stopping place.
So, need to.
I need to see the one.
She's Kate Mitchell.
Kate Mitchell is the worst.
Wait.
Is extremely, what's the word? Infamous with the Homestuck community because she is literally the most obnoxious. She was actually after this and after she got scolded by her coworkers and fired from What Pumpkin, she stopped being the biggest, most annoying, most aggressive Vriska stan in existence. Instead, she swapped for Urania.
Here's the thing.
And I don't know if she went back or if that was just like a joke, but she legitimately changed her entire Twitter page to Urania themed for a while. And you know what? Urania's okay.
Even as a person who
At
likes,
best.
even as a person who likes Vriska, this was bad because it's
It just
I like
it just
her.
seems like someone wrote this without knowing anything about what they were talking about or what they were going for. It was like
It was
like
everything.
you could see what they were going
it was
for.
Everything.
And it was
It
really
is trying
bad.
to.
You see, the thing is, right? It was written by Kate Mitchell. Do you know that Kate Mitchell is a trans woman?
No.
She literally just wrote Vriska as herself. She was writing herself into Vriska, her gender dysphoria and everything.
Abuse.
Ooh.
Because
That's like if you just took out the shit where the spider is saying, "Oh, you're a boy," you know, and like actually just took all that gender shit out of it, it would have been all right. It would have been fine. Hell, I would even bend to the narrative saying to us, she did nothing wrong simply because that's how light and Vriska kind of works. The narrative around her tries to bend itself to her side. But the thing is, it's all of that gender stuff where it's just obviously Kate Mitchell self-inserting. That makes it feel so dirty.
I don't hate it, but like only in the initial opening mentions. Like it isn't that it's there, it's that it's done without any real tact.
here's the thing. Vriska comes off as a person who thinks that they're the hero. That they are the hero, and every single one of their actions is justified by the result. Like the ends justify the means, right?
Right,
And that's that's Vriska's entire character. When you're making it that, but actually her means are being driven by abuse or something else like that, I feel like it
Victimization.
it's the victimization. That bothers me more.
That's like narratively trying, like, and the thing is,
It's like
I don't
a character
necessarily,
assassination.
I mean, I don't necessarily mind if in this case it's the her Lucis is actually abusive, but that
Yeah.
doesn't change the badness.
It doesn't change the line of she did nothing wrong.
The thing is, the only time you can actually contextually say Vriska technically did nothing wrong is in the context of canon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
In the
sure happy
context
that
of-
this isn't canon.
Because canon basically justifies everything she did by everything hinging on her doing the things that she did. But when you take it out of canon, and that's where I see kind of like the struggle here is like, it's just showing her thoughts on it outside of canon, her experience. So that's fine. But again, Kate Mitchell self-inserting, it just makes it feel so dirty.
It's really bad.
Okay. The problem is, the line is the joke line of Berserk. Griffith did nothing wrong, except that you can see everything that Griffin done wrong. Except
Griffith
that, like,
was the worst.
that is people trying to justify it. Well, or that's, nobody. I don't feel like most people say Griffin did nothing wrong. They're joking, because you can see everything that Griffin has done wrong.
It's the fact that Kate
Eclipse.
Mitchell, it's the fact that for a fact Kate Mitchell herself genuinely believed Vriska did nothing wrong.
Yeah, no, it is like we are going to justify all of her actions. That isn't like to the point of, it helps save the day, but at what cost? It is she's completely blameless in everything.
What Jad said, Vriska doesn't do much self-reflection in the main story until she gets offed. And then we see her really struggle with those feelings that she might have actually did something wrong.
Mm-hmm. And
she's only required to think that she did nothing wrong in the context of canon, because we saw they had to do a fucking they had to go back in time and do the Ret John.
Yeah.
Just so that Vriska could once again get that ego about her.
Yeah, and even then, like, at that point, she's kind of
It was even a little tempered. Yeah, it was a little bit tempered, because she wasn't exactly the same as she was after that after the Ret John happened.
But she still had a form of character growth that kind of maybe
she still matured even in that timeline, but fuck.
Yeah.
So everyone hates Kate, and she like officially got suspended from the fandom. Like, she lost her job on this.
Yeah.
And there were a few people who lost their jobs at some point, not from their contributions here, but fucking Kate losing it is just next level.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like that Andrew Hussey also wrote John.
Yeah, I mean,
only John.
Just John. Only John.
He really set the mood for all of this. But
I can't believe oh, Jesus Christ. Hussey dropped the ball so hard that it's just in another goddamn ballpark now.
But yeah, we're not going to continue because you guys said, but I will say, this chapter, mwah, beautiful. They actually respect Aqueous so well. His characterization is so good.
Oh, that's good. And, because after the last part,
Teresia is fairly middle of the road. Tavros is fairly good, middle of the road. Aradia is on the good side. Nepeta is unremarkable. Solix is good.
I mean, Nepeta is just unremarkable in general. Not to make the Nepeta stands mad, but she just wasn't ever really plot relevant. She was just there.
Yep. Her and Feferi.
Eridan's it's like mixed, because there's some cringe, but the cringe is done well in a way that I like. So, like,
critical whale.
So, like, what can you do? If it's cringe, but it's also good cringe. So
it's well developed cringe. It's cringe that's supposed to be there.
We'll have a little bit of fun with Feferi. I don't remember a whole lot about this route though. But the alpha kids all are pretty great, except for just having to look at Roxy and
I actually
Vol.
kind of like Roxy's route, but I don't like the design. It's kind of silly.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying, and
Like-
it's like I love Roxy's story here, but I hate having to look at her, and Dirks I have not actually played. It's the only
Oh.
one I haven't played.
Oh boy, we all get to find out about that one.
The only thing that I know about it genuinely and for real is that they tie it back in to Homestuck 2.
Oh. Hmm.
So, they're trying to keep a continuity somewhat of, oh hey, you played Hive Swap Friend Sim. Now read Homestuck. Oh hey, you read Homestuck. Now read Pesterquest. Oh hey, Pesterquest was good. Why not try Homestuck 2? That's where we're going to stop you right there.
All right.
But yeah, those were rough.
Mm-hmm.
The Vriska one was rough.
Yeah.
We made it through it, and that's all that matters. We
Yeah, we
never have
did.
to do it again.
Yeah.
If everybody's down for tomorrow, we'll do some more tomorrow. So, I'm gonna send everybody to Colt. He's doing he's been doing a week-long event. Wait, right?
On my stream, I'm just gonna end. Thank you, Dominic Bites, for showing up. I'll get you your stuff back later. Have a good one. Love you all. Mwah.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. If everybody's down for tomorrow, we'll do tomorrow. Otherwise, I might just do some game. Send y'all to Cult. He's doing a week-long Cult versus the world, where people get to challenge him to a video game or thing. And yeah, I hadn't had time today to even try to redeem a challenge from him, and it seems like he's back in Mario Party Land with, I guess, see, it seems to be Sandy, Risa, and fucking Soy Milk. So enjoy watching Colt lose to everybody. But anyways, thank you guys for coming out tonight. Thank you, Lulu and Susie, for coming by. Stay safe. I'll see you guys tomorrow for more of this or a video game. Have a good night.